Hey, what's going on, guys? You got Lightsaber Samurai here, and give me just a second. I'm just setting up the finishing touches right now. I apologize for the 10-minute late start. We did have a bunch of technical difficulties right before we got started, as per usual. So, first of all, this microphone, I should have boomed that up above me because we need this space to talk about what we got to talk about. But while we wait for more people to join us, I'm going to set some things up. Also going to share this in a few spots. And check my audio and all of that good stuff. Make sure that's good to go. So give me just a second while I do that. Okay. So again, we're just going to share this to a couple of people just to let them know that we are on and live. My background looks really dark. I lost that battery too. I don't know where I put that for that light back there, but it's okay. But again, if you're just joining us, Lightsaber Samurai here. We are back again for another live stream, and today we have a cool stream. We are opening the Dad Box. So if you don't know what that is, I'm gonna explain it to you because it's got a really cool story to it. And this isn't like my normal live pickups, although there'll be a bunch of things to pick up in this box here. So give me just a second while I just put out the. I always forget to do this to share and just let people know that we're here. I always wait till the last minute to do it, like once I've already started the stream. Bear with me. I'll get it together one day. One of these days, I'm going to get it together. Unfortunately, it's not today. But anyway, how we doing as far as sound and all of that good stuff? Hopefully it's doing okay. Oh, there's my groups thing right there. Okay. Okay, so hold on. Ho, cannot spell. But anyway, how we doing, guys? You got Lightsaber Samurai here. And real fast, let me show you guys. This is what we are going to be tackling today. My good buddy Waves and Games just sent this to me about a week or so ago. And so hadn't had the chance. I was going to make an actual video about it. And I said, man, let me just go ahead and do a live stream. Okay. Try that again. Fix that and fix that. Okay. And it's been sent. So again, apologies for that. I'm always so late behind, but like I said, there was nobody here a moment ago. So we got some people in the house. So let's talk about it. So let me say hello to everybody before we get started. Retro Gaming Star is in the house. What's going on, man? Long time no see. I know I've been out of it. Like I'm part of it is because this game room's been so jacked up, and the room behind me has been so jacked up, and clutter really is the killer of creativity. For sure, for sure. Let me boost the light a little bit. It's a little dark, I'm noticing. But yeah, retro gaming stars in the house. KC, what's going on? Hey, bestie, it's me again. Good to see you, my dear. Hopefully you are enjoying your weekend. Waves and Games is in the house. What's up? Like I said, Dad Box, courtesy of Waves and Games. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. I said, I miss you, Urban. Yeah, like I said, it's just been just the issue with the clutter, and then I am an assistant teacher here at the school district, and the shortages you guys been seeing in the restaurants and everything, the shortages, they've been happening everywhere. They're really bad in the school district right now, so I've just been doing a lot of extra work, and yeah, that is no bueno. So between all the extra hours I'm working, which is good because I can use the extra money for the holidays, but between that and then just not being able to keep my area clean, at least to the way I like it, there we go, make it much brighter in here. So anyway, like I said, clutter is definitely the killer of creativity. I haven't felt like making any videos simply because my space hasn't been comfortable to be down here, to shoot down here, anything like that. So so the audio is great. Okay, good. I was worried about that. Like I said, I should have boomed it for this because I forgot. I'm going to need this space to open the box, and we'll go in it here in a second. But let's see. I took a break from Soul Train episode marathon to check out this live stream. So, I'm ready to see what y'all got. That's what's going on, man. What's the deal? Hey, boy, we in the house, man. We back. Like I said, I filmed another video today. It's crazy because I just made a video covering some PlayStation VR games, and then I was looking last night, and GameSack released their video because Joe from GameSack, if you watch his channel, he releases a video every other Saturday, and the video he released yesterday was on the PSVR. So I'm like, man, come on, man. But luckily, he didn't cover hardly any of the games that I'm covering, so I'm gonna reshoot some scenes for that because we do have some of the same games, so I don't want to cover anything that he just covered. So I gotta dive back in the collection and mix that up, but hopefully I can get that out to you guys in the next couple of weeks. And also winter break is coming for school, and so I will be off for like 2 weeks, so hopefully I can get on the grind and get some content out. Not to mention, before we get started, next Saturday is that swap meet. I can't even remember the name of it right now, but I gotta make sure I'm good as far as like tickets and all of that. But there's a swap meet in Kansas City. It's my first convention that I'm going to go to. So if any of you guys are in the area, I hope to see you there and meet you in person. So with that being said, so the Dad Box, what is it? So basically, this is a community challenge that was started by a YouTuber. I'm going to pull them up here in a second. But the goal was to get this in the hands of 50 different content creators. And you know what? Let me just share it here because actually we're going to pull up Waves and Games because he shared it way better than I ever could. So let's go ahead and do that real fast. And we will look at this again. It's been so long since I've been here. I done forgot the controls as always. Okay. Click that. Click that. Okay, we're sharing here. So I already got it queued up here. So we're going to listen here. This is Waves and Games take on it. So I don't even know if you guys can hear it. I don't think you can. So if you can hear that, let me know. But he's showing the lineage here. A couple of nerds got it. Retro Mikey's had it. Linda, aka the Gamer Girl, has had it. I think Retro Mikey got it twice because they split it, and he got it twice. 8-Bit Glitch had it, and most recently, Waves and Games had the Dad Box, and so he was actually in town a couple of weeks ago and dropped it off for me, and so now I've got it. So we are going to look in here. So basically, we got a bunch of different video games in here and video game swag in here. And so the objective is we're going to go through it and I get to pick out what I would like to keep in my collection. And for everything I take out, I have to put in a game. So and so it doesn't seem you can't put in any sports games, no racing game. Well, actually, racing games, racing and wrestling games are okay, but no sports games. And so I'm gonna try. I got some pretty decent duplicates. So I'm trying to put some nice stuff in here, and I'm gonna add the stipulation that I'm gonna try to match price wise what I take out. And so actually, look, we got the challenges right here. Unboxing must be recorded on video, which is why we're doing this live. No sports game. Post the video on YouTube. Of course, it's live, so we're going to do that. The Dad Box recipient must reach out to other gamers in the community that are committed to this, and I got to mail it to them ASAP. So I'm going to talk to a couple of you guys tonight. There's somebody that I'd really like to get a hold of this, and some other people I have in mind too. I had to go back through the playlist though and watch and make sure I don't send it to somebody who already had it. So a couple of my picks, I found out that they already got a video on it, so I had to go back and revamp that. But anyway, of course, make sure you smile, have fun while you do it, and that is what it is. So we're back here. I mean, let's see, but you can't tell us what you take out / what you keep. That is true. Evil Alex, what's going on in the house? Pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Me and my girlfriend, we had to spend the day. I'm a little late, like I said, because of technical difficulties, but also we did some running around. I was doing some stuff on Pokemon Go. So, that's been low key a guilty pleasure of mine. So anyway, yes, we can't talk about it. I'll tell you if I think something's cool or not, but what I keep, I'll never tell. If you want to know what I kept and what I put in, then you'll have to watch this video and you'll have to watch the next person I send it to. Same thing with Waves and Games. If you want to know what Waves and Games kept, then you'll have to watch this video. I got a feeling I know what some of the things are, but look at me. See, I had my knife and I don't even know where I placed my knife. So I'm going to tear into this with my hands like the uncultured swine that I am. I told myself, if you guys don't know, I started a film and photography channel on YouTube. It's just my first and last name, Antoine Sexton. But all of those guys, when they get gear and boxes from Amazon, they got these cool like pocket knives that they take to open the stuff up with, and they look all cool doing it. And I don't have a knife yet. Actually, I recently bought a knife, and now I've lost it, which is why I don't buy knives, because I always lose them. Anyway. Oh, okay, Pete, you got this wrapped up nice and tight. I tried to peek in it, and I couldn't peek in it because on the top, he's got all this like plastic wrap on the top, so I couldn't see anything. So we are just going to start diving in here. Can I move the mic here? Hopefully you guys can still hear me okay with the microphone right here, but we are going to start diving in. Camera looks crisp, very good picture. Thank you. This, of course, courtesy of the Canon 90D. And using the Canon Connect app, which is free. And yeah, we are connected via USB. It would look even better if I connected via HDMI. But to do that, I couldn't use StreamYard, I don't think. I think I'd have to use something like OBS or something like that, or use like my Elgato capture card to pass it through there. But the thing is with that, I can't do things like pull up. I can't screen share and do all that stuff. I can, but I haven't figured that out yet. So, we got a lot of stuff here. So, again, Lame Dad Retro Gamer, he is the one who started this whole thing. So, shout out to him. Again, I'll leave links. Actually, the link should be in the description to Waves and Games video as well as the entire playlist. So, as this continues to go on, you can come back to this live stream and find that link, and you can go back yourself and see who's had it. And, because again, some of your favorite YouTubers like Waves and Games, like Retro Mikey, like 8-Bit Glitch, like a couple of nerds, Do You Nerd, Linda, aka the Gamer Girl, like they've all the greats have had it already. So I was happy that they were, gracious enough to let me in the chain. So let's see, got the rules on the back. I don't think I missed anything. Says, lucky you just received the Dad Box. Get your controllers charged and ready for fun. And we read these. Again, I don't know why they call it the Dad Box. I think because he's a dad. I don't know why I got it. My girl said it was like, because I was like, why did I get the Dad Box and I don't have kids? And then my girl was like, because you got a dad bod. I was kind of mad about that. But anyway, so let's see. all the games in the box. Pick the games you want to keep, but don't tell anybody. That's right. Keep it a surprise for the next recipient. Oh man, they got toys and everything. I'm excited. So I'm just looking real fast to see if there's anything I missed. So of course, like the games, any game in swag may be included and taken as you desire, but please replace it with more swag if you take something. I'm not a huge fan of swag. I'm interested in those games, though. We'll probably start out with the swag and then we will dive into these games. It looks like most of the swag is on top as well. I got to keep this stuff nice so I don't have to buy more bubble wrap. Look at that. Oh, that's something right there. So anyway, first up, in the dad box. Oh, this is going to be a longer stream than I thought. I thought I could maybe bust this out. Nope. First off, we got the Angry Birds poster collection. And I remember, man, Angry Birds in the mid to late 2000s, this was the sensation. Like everybody was on Angry Birds. I remember I was working at Cox Communications at the time. And I always had at my workstation, I had one computer up that I was helping all the customers on. Then on my second monitor, I had Angry Birds. So in between calls, I would get a few rounds in. Retro Rivals in the house. What's going on? Scott and Jen and Dennis. What's going on, peeps? Happy to have you here. Yeah, we are opening the dad box. And I don't know if you guys have gotten a hold of this yet, but if you haven't, you may hear from me soon. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, this has a bunch of different artwork throughout the years and a bunch of cool little posters. So that's nice. The book is really high quality. It feels sturdy and solid. And moving on here. So we got a bunch of things in the way of action figures. So starting off here. Okay. Boom, boom. Again, I'm not huge in the action figures, but definitely. We got my man here. I'm going to wrap him. I'm going to try to wrap these back up as I go so I can remember how everything was wrapped. Ooh. Oh, okay. I'm seeing some things in here. All right. Okay, so we got this first bag right here. A bunch of different little toys in it. That's kind of cool. Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy was a staple back in the day. All right. Shout out to my lens. The autofocus is actually doing its thing today. I appreciate that. We got this Stormtrooper head. Oh, it's the little disc shooter thing. That's what it is. So it's a little Death Star that shoots the disc. Is it a wind-up car too? That's what it sounds like. It winds up. But you got the Star Destroyer with the Stormtrooper on top. That's pretty neat. Oh, okay. I was like, well, I don't know what that's from, but that's from Horizon Zero Dawn. I believe one of the creatures in that. Of course, you had Stimpy, so you got to have Ren too. So that's pretty neat. Off here. Five Nights at Freddy's is who that's from. And of course, you got an Iron Man toy, and this is like those little chibi toys or whatever you call it. Exactly 1 million Canadian dollars. I was literally just about to say that. Honestly, don't send it to us. The shipping would be insane. I was gonna say I saw on this here that the shipping was somebody did a 21.20, so that was already $20. And this is a lot. It's a heavy box, so I know whoever I'm gonna send it to, I'm gonna have to spend a little money. So because of that, I'm launching my Patreon. No, I'm just playing. But anyway, so that's the first bag. And there's several little bags and different sections of stuff. So again, if you receive this, if you're in, I know a lot of you in the community are into collecting toys. I'm not much of a toy guy personally, but there is some cool stuff in there. And in particular, Ren and Stimpy, that was a show me and my brothers used to watch all the time. Okay. So here, what is this? Oh, it's a pen and notepad. So this is from the movie Alien. And on the back here, it's a pin cushion and notepad. You see what we got there? It's the little person being stabbed out. That's pretty gory, actually. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This actually, I do, my girlfriend, she actually collects these little cups. So this one's pretty cool, especially if you're a Marvel fan. There you go. Should be able to see that okay. So there's that. Oh, okay. So I was sure that Waves and Games took this, but he did not. This is the Lightsaber selfie stick. And so basically it's a selfie stick, uh, fashioned like a lightsaber. I like it. It has the phone holder built in. And so you can hold the phone out. And this is actually helpful. A lot of people, when they film on their phones, they'll use the front facing camera and so they can see themselves, or if they use the back facing camera, they'll use the wide angle, like the iPhone and a lot of the newer phones have that wide angle lens as one of their lenses. The problem with that is, like, especially if you flip it to selfie mode, it's cool because you can see yourself if you use the front facing camera, but the quality of that camera is not as good as the standard lens that's on the back side. The problem with that one is the standard zoom lens is kind of zoomed in, so it's hard to hold it out and get a nice wide angle. But you put it on the selfie stick, you out there all day. Let me look at the front of this. And it's got this little wedge. You can just release it like that. I might have some adapters that even I could put a small camera like my Canon M50 on it and just attach my Canon to it. And that'd be a crazy vlog lens. It's actually pretty sturdy too. More sturdy than I thought it would be. I thought it would be super wobbly, but that's cool. And like I said, if you look at it, it's fashioned like Anakin's, no, not Anakin's, that's Darth Vader's lightsaber. So that's pretty neat. I'm going to need to find a second shelf just to put this stuff. I got a couch right here. I'm just going to move this so I can set everything here. So give me a second when we clean all this off. Because again, I've seen the videos and I knew it was a lot of stuff, but I feel like people are putting in more than they take out, which is cool. But because of that, we got a lot of stuff. So I'm going kind of quick here. What is this? Oh, okay, some shot glasses. So you get a set of 2 shot glasses. Those are cute. Those who know me, though, I don't drink alcohol, so that's not, but it's cool to have my girl drinks alcohol. So, okay, I see something here. Ooh, heck yeah, this is The Walking Dead. Branded. First of all, I like the box. I like the animation on it, like all the artwork. And what is it, though? Uh-oh. Oh, it's a t-shirt. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and unfold it. I didn't want to because I suck at folding clothes. But there you go. So same pattern that's on the box is on this t-shirt. So that's nice. And like I said, coming with the original box, that's solid. It's my size too. So, no. Will I keep this? Will I return it? Who knows? I'm always on the lookout for some clothes. Look at this. Christmas came early for me. All right. Continuing on. Okay, I see some Nintendo Switch stuff. Okay, I don't know what these are, though. Oh, sorry, notifications getting in the way of this chat. If you're just joining us, you got Lightsaber Samurai here. We are opening the Dad Box. This is a community challenge and something that's been going around for since midpoint of 2021, I believe, is when he made the first video, when Lame Dad Retro Gamer made the first video and sent a box to his buddy, Drinking with Josh, I believe is the name of the channel. Again, in the description of this live stream, I will have Waves and Games, who is the creator who sent it to me, as well as a link to the entire playlist, so you can see the beginning of this thing and see how it's taken off since then. This looks to be a tablecloth. This is from Loot Crate. So this is Predator themed. That's nice. Ugh. And again, I'm trying not to open things up all the way because it's going to be a pain to try to put it back nice and neat. Let's see what we got here. Oh, these are stickers. These are some nice stickers too. And we got Ryu. This is Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So we got Dante and Deadpool from Devil May Cry and Deadpool respectively. And then you got Ryu from Street Fighter. That's cool. Oh, hey, my man is in the house. Drinks and Games with Josh is in the house. Hello, sir. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Yes, it's still going around. Actually, I got the, and I apologize for the late turnaround. Waves and Games actually got this sent to me the week of Thanksgiving, but like I said, that was also right in the middle of all the crises that I've been dealing with, and so, like I said, it finally came out on the other side of that. And I was gonna make some other content first, but I said no, I'm gonna start out with this because I know we've been waiting on this. So, oh, this a little card slash sticker. It's um, Nemesis. I don't know why I blanked on his name, but so that's pretty neat. Sorry, trying to keep this stuff straight as I set it to the side because I want it to be nice for the next creator. So real fast, nice piece of hardware. This is the Xbox 360 Connect. So I don't know how many of you have played the Kinect. I do want to pick up some more Kinect games because they're dirt cheap right now. I've got a couple of games on the Kinect, but I eventually want to do a video about it. I was fortunate enough to get my white one because I got the Star Wars R2D2 Xbox 360. So I got that one. But yeah, that was cool to see that in there. So actually some really nice technology that went into the Xbox 360 what do you call it? I'm spacing out here. Ooh, is this a game here? Okay, wait a second. Is this Dreamcast? Oh, so we starting off. First game I found was WWF Royal Rumble on the Dreamcast, and that's really nice. It's actually hard to find Dreamcast stuff. Yeah, the Kinect. So let's see. Let me catch up here. Heck yeah. So again, guys, if you didn't know, like we were saying, Drinks with Game and Josh, he's like the OG of this whole thing, and you'll see his video first in the collection and the whole playlist that I've left in the description of this live stream. So definitely after you check out this live stream, go back and look through it and see who's had it and who hasn't. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. And so I got immersed a couple of days ago just trying, like, going through the playlist. And in addition to that, I found a lot of cool YouTubers that I hadn't that I didn't even know were out there. So that was cool. And there was YouTubers that some of my YouTuber friends already knew about. And so that was cool. So I also found some cool channels while I was at it. I have a Kinect and I've never plugged it in. That's me, man. I got the Kinect because I got the R2D2 360 by itself a while ago. I had a video on that about a year ago, but it didn't have the Kinect with it. And then I was in the game store and picked that Kinect up for $15. So I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and scoop it. I bought a game with it that day that looked kind of fun, but there's a bunch of games that you know that came out for it. I don't think many of them are any good, but you know, we gonna try it out and see. Retro Rival says he has it and actually likes it. So you would like the Kinect, Jen. Okay, I'm missing something. What? Hold on. They going by. Like I said, I really like the PlayStation Move. So I mean, it's definitely something that's in my wheelhouse. So it's not like, you know, I would be opposed to trying it, but it's just one of those things in the backlog. I just haven't got around to using it yet. Let's see what I miss. So yeah, Scott says he actually likes it. Oh, snaps. Bozo the Calvin Jr. is in the house. Yep, I'm back with his collection. This actually is in my collection. The dad box is this is a holy relic, okay, that it's been traveling the globe, getting into the hands of the chosen like me, and I'm very fortunate to get a chance to showcase hopefully which will be a piece of gaming history one day. Like I said, our community is a smaller community, but eventually when we get up there, when we all have 100,000 subscribers plus, you know, and then our subscribers, you know, 5 years from now, figure what's the dad box? What is it? You know, this is cool. Like I said, that's one of the things I like about YouTube. You know, I like to chronicle things like this historically because it's cool to look back on. So anytime we got these, you know, community challenges, I'm always down 100% to try them. But Bozo, it's been a while, man, since I've seen you. It's good to see you here in the stream. So I had a lot of fun with the Kinect when it came out, says Waves and Games. Yeah, man, I'll have to try it. And I think I did try the little, they had the little Kinectimals things. It was like the animals. And you had a bunch of mini games with that. And I feel like I remember it working okay, but we were also in Best Buy where there was like tons, they had the carpeted area with like tons of space. And like I said, the setup I got down here right now it's big enough for me to use my PlayStation Move. I got two of my TVs here. One of them has a PlayStation Move for the PS3 hooked up. The other one has my PSVR hooked up. And so it's big enough for those. So it should be big enough for my 360 and the Kinect. Hopefully, we shall see. But going on, catch up real fast, and we'll get back into the pickups here in the box. Let's see. I know most people find it mad, but I literally have so many dance games and they're all fun during parties. And see, that's the thing, because I like going out to the arcades and playing like DDR and stuff like that. So I think that would work really good. I heard that technologically wise, like it was very accurate with the movement of your body. I feel like just a lot of ways, what I've heard is the software wasn't very good with it. And like I said, I even got to connect with the my Xbox One, because I still got an OG Xbox One with the Xbox One Connect to it. Speaking of which, I just made my Xbox turn on, because I said Xbox One, I guess, and that made it turn on. So yeah, it's hooked up, and I do like that because it's hooked up with sound and all that. But yeah, I just made so can I do it? I still don't know how to use that thing. Xbox One, turn off. Is it gonna do that if I say turn off Xbox One? I don't know. I think you're supposed to say, hey Xbox, turn off. Something like that. Anyway, going on with it. Yeah, so yeah, we definitely got to try it. Missing the golden opportunity to embarrass your friends with drunk dancing videos. Absolutely. Dozer says, I still have Royal Rumble on the Dreamcast, true classic. Yeah, like I said, man, anytime I see some Dreamcast games, man, that's the real deal. So where did I just put it anyway? Because I'm trying to put the swag in one spot and put all the games in one spot. I don't know. I'll find it later. So another game here. What does it say? What wrong? Wait, wrong game inside. It says, oh, that's awesome. So this is Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. At least the case is. But inside, you got Ratchet and Clank going commando. So that's pretty funny. A sticky note on the front of it says, wait, wrong game inside. So that's funny stuff. But like I said, we talked about the Ratchet and Clank series a little bit on this channel. Fantastic action platform game series. One of my favorites, in fact. Let's see. I always seen this game, Chaotic Shadow Warriors. This is on a bunch of systems. This is the DS. I don't think I have my DS or my 3DS anymore, but this is an action, it's like a card based game, I think, or something like that. I've always seen this around, and let's see, engage in intense multiplayer strategy, inflict vicious ranged assaults, enter a world where tribes battle for supreme control. So I'm not quite sure if it's a dungeon crawl or a real-time strategy game, or if it's like a tactical RPG. I'm not quite sure what game this is based on looking at it in the back, although it looks more like the dungeon crawler variety, but I see it around all the time. So there's that one. We're going into some more swag here. We got a bunch of literature. So Skylanders, the official guides to the Skylanders games. And this is a game series I haven't really checked out a lot. You can get a bunch of Skylanders stuff for cheap, like all the action figures and the toys like that you need to activate the characters in game. You know, Spyro the Dragon, after the Spyro the Dragon games, he found himself in the Skylanders series. So, that's pretty neat. Again, I haven't dove into Skylanders. I wanted to really dive into Disney Infinity. I got a whole set. And I actually meant to make a video in 2021 about it and just never did. So we'll definitely have to crack that open. Getting to the bottom here. Oh, this is still in here. So we got a couple of Happy Meal boxes, and these are the Pikachu ones. When people were going crazy because of the Pokemon cards that they were adding in the Happy Meals, and little kids was getting beat up by grown adults and all kind of crazy stuff like that. So yeah, that's cool that those are in there. We got a bunch of comics in here. The Amazing Mary Jane. So that's cool. So if you're into comic books, whoever the next recipient of this is, we got some nice comic books there in fantastic condition. Captain America Reborn. Ooh, I see a nice one here on the bottom. Let me put these down, because right here at the bottom, Tips and Tricks. This was one of my favorite magazines when I was a kid. And what issue is this? Oh, this is August '07, so this is a newer issue that I thought. On the back of it, you see an ad for Grim Grimoire. That was on the PlayStation 2. That was like a tower defense style game, I think, by Vanillaware, and that was a cool little game. So man, now I want to look and see what's in here. And it's cool, like going back and looking at these old retro magazines, because especially when it comes to like finding hidden gems and stuff like this. Like as soon as I open the cover here, oh, this is a PSP game called Dungeoneers, no, Dragoneer's Aria. And so interactive guard system, unlock the power of the dragon. So this looks like a cool RPG, courtesy of NIS America. You guys know what I say about NIS America. They're the modern day Atlas in a lot of respects. A lot of companies like them and Compile Heart, Marvelous, all those Japanese companies. So there's a game on the PSP that I've never heard about. It's probably expensive now, but I might look for it after the stream. You got an ad for Persona 3 in here. So it's cool. Like I like looking through these. And of course, the cool thing about tips and tricks is they usually had a strategy guide in it for the featured game, which is Transformers. And it looks like they got one for Odin Sphere as well on the PS2. So that's cool. But of course, in the back, we got tips and tricks for the huge number of codes that were in the back. That being said, I'm not sure how tips and tricks is these days, because you don't really see cheat codes in video games anymore, because we got the whole what am I trying to say, the whole like achievement system and things like that. So but that's cool, man. They got some good stuff in here. And like I said, it was just hardcore cheats too. It wasn't like, oh, beat the game doing this and do that. No, it's like push in this button combination to get every weapon in the game type of stuff. And so that's what I like about tips and tricks. Tips and tricks. It was Tips and Tricks, Electronic Gaming Monthly, and PSM. Those were my favorite magazines growing up as a kid. So that's cool to see that in there. I like that a lot. Let's see, going on. Like I said, I'm almost done with the swag, and then we're going to take a deeper look at these games. So I showed those stickers earlier, the Deadpool, Dante, and then Ryu. Here's Wolverine. And again, this is from Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Wolverine is a beast in whatever Marvel vs. Capcom game there is. That's cool. Serious Sam sticker. If you don't know about the Serious Sam series, they actually have a cool compilation on the Xbox 360 that basically has all of the Serious Sam games to date. I think it started out on the PC. There's a PlayStation 2 game. There's a couple that came out on the 360, and they're all in this 360, the Serious Sam collection. So yeah, that's definitely going to be one of the rare, expensive 360 games in the future. But as of right now, you can still get it for less than $30. Here's some more. This is supply drop via The Walking Dead. So who else we got in here? Just some people saying hello. Hey, BFG is in the house. I was a big GamePro fan for the. Yeah, I forgot about GamePro was pretty good too. Yeah, GamePro was solid. And there was the other ones. Like I said, I wasn't much of a Nintendo gamer, so I didn't really care that much about Nintendo Power. I know. I'll see myself out. But yeah, GamePro was pretty solid too. I forgot about them. Okay, we got some other stuff. What is that, a Pog? Okay. Let me open this one up. I got this and then one more piece, and then we'll look at these games here. Oh, wow. So, yeah, these are a bunch of little stickers, and these are cool because Do You Nerd, like one of my favorite channels I've been watching a lot lately. If we like it, we nerd it. I love that. And so it's a bunch of like little cards in here. So it's got like their slogan and stuff on it. They got those little QR codes to scan. I wonder what that is. So, but yeah, that's really nice. So I need to get into more of that. I need to make a nice little logo, and so I can, merchandise some stuff. But that's cool. They got a bunch of they got their own stickers. Like, they're doing it big. I don't have my own stickers. Okay. Look at that. I got to get super close to this, but the camera's super far away. So I'm using a wide angle lens, but there you go. Bam. So that's super cool. I wish I had my own sticker. I got to come up with a logo, and then, oh, look at that, drink coasters. So yeah, man, they merchandise and they doing it big out here. That's what I'm talking about. So that's good stuff. Okay. So a lot of things like that in this section here. So Michael Myers stickers as well. So yeah, again, if you are into swag, They call it swag or swag. I don't know. But there's a lot of cool collectible stuff, and I would love to take some of those stickers and like stick them on things around the house, like on my laptop and stuff like that. But it was super cool. All right. So coming almost to the end of the swag here. Missing anything in the comments? Not too much, not too much. Oh, this is Princess Leia, but that's old Leia right there. For all you weird little creeps out there. I seen there's a guy, I can't remember who it was, but he had like a freaking like poster of like old Leia like over his bed. Like, I don't know. Some of you, like I said, I'm a Star Wars fan with the best of them, but some of y'all be weird with it, okay? Y'all making me not want to associate. Okay. That's a game right there, I think. I think that's a game as well. We're going to save that. So last piece of swag here, we got Pop figurine. That is the Punisher. So I don't know if Pops are still like, if these are still the Funko Pops, if they're still popping like they were, pardon the term, but those things were super expensive super popular once upon a time. Let's see here. Now it looks like for the most part we got games on games on games. Okay, so actually in one movie. So the movie we got here, the American Pie 3-movie pack. So you late 90s kids, y'all know what it is. Okay, all the famous, like, the Bandcamp bit, the apple pie bit, all of that. It's where it comes from. For those of you who don't know, let's see. Starting off with some games. We're starting off on the PS2 here. Okay, first of all, how long have we been on? I got through that faster than I thought. I was rushing because I thought it was like a lot of stuff, and it is. But now we're going on to these games here. So on the PS3, you got Mass Effect 2. By far the best game in the series. Okay, like Mass Effect 2 was a masterpiece. I remember, oh my God, when I went through the suicide mission the first time, and I saved everybody too. But when I beat that game the first time, I set the controller down. It was one of those games you set the controller down and you just sit back and it's like, man, like, whoa. Like, so yeah, Mass Effect 2, I played it on the 360. Fantastic game. That was BioWare at their best. Let's see. Missing anything? Not missing anything. The box has really evolved over time. Pretty damn cool. The variety in it. Everybody has added a personal touch. And that's definitely the cool thing about it. You see what everybody likes, and it's super cool. So again, for those of you, go back and watch the playlist because it's totally different from what I saw, even like a few months ago. Like, and the Dad Box has only been traveling for half a year or so, and it's crazy how much it's changed. Here's a great game on the Xbox 360, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. So yeah, definitely putting in racing games. That's one of the best right there. The Need for Speed series, absolutely fantastic. And this is one of my favorite entries. I think my favorite entry is probably the Need for Speed Most Wanted that also came out in the 7th generation. That's probably one of my favorites because it was kind of like the open world one. Say got the remaster trilogy coming to my house soon. It's just a few days off from getting here. Yeah, I definitely need to go get that remaster trilogy. Okay, we got some retro in here. Let's do that first. Oh, I see that yellow card. So that's definitely N64. And yes, on the N64, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Tony Hawk's Pro Skaters 2, that was a legendary game in the 5th generation. I played it on the PlayStation, of course, but you can't scoff at either version of that game. The Tony Hawk series, definitely one of my favorites. And, especially when it comes to sports, because, like, who says sports games are all bad? Like, I was into a lot of the extreme sports, like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX, Dave Mirra, Shaun White. I was playing the Cool Borders games a lot. Cool Borders 3 was one of my favorites in that series. Trick and Snowboarding, if you guys don't know what Trick and Snowboarding is, I'll have to showcase that on a Hidden Gems or some kind of episode. Next time I cover PS1, I got to fit in Trick and Snowboarding because that was a Capcom snowboarding game where you got to play as Leon and Claire from Resident Evil 2. So that was pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, this is a cool one. Some PS4 love. Kingdom Hearts 3. I've yet to play Kingdom Hearts 3. And like I said, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, I got in a lot of time on those games on the PlayStation 2 back in the day. And I think I have an HD version of those on PS3. So I think they did release a compilation with every game on the PS4. So I'd be interested in getting that. But yeah, I'm sure this is a fantastic game. If you haven't played Kingdom Hearts, it's a nice blend of Disney and Square Enix. So you got all your Disney characters, all your Final Fantasy characters, and stuff like that. I would have liked to have seen characters from more Square Enix games because I think they just do Final Fantasy games, if I remember correctly. But yeah, like usually do like protagonists and heroes from like the main entries in the series. But I would like to see them throw in somebody from some of their other games. And now I'm blanking on all the RPGs, but they had a ton of different RPG series from back in the day, like Chrono Cross and stuff like that. So it'd been nice to see some other characters from other series sprinkled in there because, like I said, Disney, they cover the whole gamut of Disney characters. So that was nice. Dave Mirra was a fantastic game. I actually like it better than Matt Hoffman. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, I would give you that. I would give you that because Matt Hoffman, I really did like Matt Hoffman. I really like the soundtrack of Matt Hoffman. And of course, it played exactly like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. So, I mean, that was good. But yeah, Dave Mirra, that one was really good too. There was even like a scooter game. It was like a Razor scooter game. That one was pretty good. Street Skater 1 and 2, that was pretty good. Especially Street Skater 2, that one was pretty good. Grind Session, Skate and Destroy. So there was a lot of extreme sports games that were cropping up around the late 90s, and so like yeah, you had your pick. And even if you think about other extreme sport games like Jet Moto and things like that, yeah, there was a lot of stuff going around. Dave Mirra, that he fell off like with that BMX XXX. That was actually supposed to be the another game in the Dave Mirra series, but he didn't want his name on that at all when it came to the contents of the game. Which actually, BMX XXX, I played that recently. It's not the worst game I've ever played. It's really not. I kind of enjoy it actually. So but yeah, so moving on here, this is a nice game. Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is another game I have not had a chance to play yet, and I don't think they have any kind of like collector's edition or game of the year edition of this game yet. So that's a nice little find right there. And like I said, I've been meaning to pick this game up, and maybe now I don't have to. Possibly, who knows? I don't know. I see a Super Nintendo game here. Oh, snap. So on the Super Nintendo, we got Tasmania. I don't know anything about this game. I assume it's an action platformer because it's on the Super Nintendo, but I saw Sunsoft on there, and Sunsoft, especially mid-90s Sunsoft, they were on point with their games. So, Sunsoft games from the era, think Batman on the NES, Blaster Master, things like that. So, yeah, man, Sunsoft, man, gets busy. So that's really cool. And I literally, as of right now, only own 3 Super Nintendo games physically. So, yeah, that might be a nice addition. Let's see. These Street Skater games are great in the arcade, but horrible on the home console. Yeah, that's true. I liked Street Skater 2 pretty well. But yeah, I agree. There was a lot left out from the, and like I said, it's crazy because at that time, usually we got better home ports from arcade games because like the Tekken 3 arcade game was cool, but it was way better on the PlayStation. Soul Edge was cool in the arcade, but Soul Blade was way better on the PlayStation. Yeah, like it was weird. It was a weird time because in that time period, we got some really good home ports. But yeah, Street Skater is not among them. Let's see what else. Oops, I fell out. Oh, it's another N64 game. Turok 2 Seeds of Evil. And the Turok games, that's a series that needs to come back. I always like the Turok games well enough. Like I said, my buddy, he had an N64, and so once we got over the shock of how bad that Superman game was, I remember, I think it was it this one? Yeah, Seeds of Evil. Yeah, this is the one he had. So yeah, we used to get down on this and some of the other games. But yeah, I like that. They had a pretty good one on the OG Xbox. that was pretty good. And then they've got a Turok game on 7th-gen consoles on the PS3 and Xbox 360. I haven't played those, but I heard those were pretty decent. And let's see, second to last game in here on the Wii. This is Medieval Games on the Wii. Don't know anything about it. Worried because a lot of Wii games are not very good. But on the back it says, "Hear ye, hear ye." It's a medieval party. So journey through the storybook world of medieval games, encountering challenges, surprises, and fun for the whole family. So this, in other words, this seems to be just a collection of mini games, but the mini games might be fun. Like I said, the Wii will surprise you if you give it a chance. And I've got back behind me like 25 of like some of the best games on the Wii, and I've never actually gone through my Wii collection on my channel, and I should maybe I should do that soon, because everybody thinks I hate Nintendo, which I kind of do. Let's be honest. I mean, I don't hate Nintendo, but I mean, my relationship with Nintendo is complicated. Okay, but you know, like I always say, I got my little Mario guy in the back. He's chilling. Okay. I think he's actually a backpack or something like that, but I found him in the thrift store for $1. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Put that in my game room. Last game in the dad box is, ooh, Dr. Josh would be proud. Eternal Champions on the Sega Genesis. So RIP to my boy Dr. Josh, the real gamer, but he used to talk about this game a lot. And this had a port on the Super Nintendo too, but if you want Eternal Champions, you want to get it on the Genesis. So yeah, that's really cool to see that. I don't have that many Genesis games either. So yeah, I'm not saying I'm keeping it. I'm not saying I'm leaving it. I'm not saying anything. So, but anyway, that is the contents of the dad box. So as you can see, no wonder that shipping was like $22. That box was super heavy. I had a ton of stuff in it. So now the rules of the game are, I can take out and like I said, it's cool because it said there were 6 games in here. I'm glad that there's more than 6. I may probably, if I take any games out, I may put back some more games than I take out. So I would like to see that grow, you know, maybe to like 12, or which I think we got about 8 or 9 in there, so that's cool. But like I said, any game I take out, I have to replace it with a game. Any piece of swag I take out, I have to replace with another piece of swag. And so that is that. And then we won't talk about it until I send it to the next YouTuber, and then they make a video about it, and then you'll get to see, you know, what was taken and what was not. Maybe we should make that into a game, you know, where people can win if they can tell the YouTuber. So say, you know, say I sent it to Waves and Games next, which I'm not because he just sent it to me, but we'll use him as an example. So I send it to Waves and Games. He goes through the dad box. If you can tell him what's missing since my video, then maybe you get a prize or something, like a virtual high five or something. But that'd be cool. So I think I'm gonna do that. Actually, I'm gonna go back and rewatch the Ways and Games video again tonight, because I think I know what he took, but I gotta double check. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. But what are we missing? Eternal Champions was some slept on. Yeah, yeah, dude. Like, and that's what it was. It came out during that, you know, that Mortal Kombat area, and it's considered one of the Mortal Kombat clones, Street Fighter clones. But honestly, I think it's one of the better ones with that label. And like I said, I've never played. I've only seen gameplay on it, and I played the SNES version, I think. But everybody who has the games like that, I know, usually they tell me that the Genesis version is better. Like I said, I know that's the way Dr. Josh felt, so I'm like, okay. So, and like I said, Dr. Josh, like, he used my recommendations on the you know, when it comes to the Genesis games. Let me show you this one I found. So I found this Genesis game in the store like 2 years ago, and I was like, man, is this game any good? He's like, get it. And of course, it was Rocket Knight Adventures. And check that out. I scored that for $15. So, you know what I'm saying? I scored that for $15. So hooray for me. And shout out to Trade Post. I tell y'all about CD Trade Post all the time. And like I said, they be having stuff like this all the time. But yeah, it was complete, and I still got the receipt in here. Did I get anything else that day? Nope, just got this. But yeah, that was the day after. It was like Thanksgiving Day or Black Friday. It was November 26, 2018. So I think that was Black Friday. But yeah, he was like, man, get that game. And yeah, that's one of my favorite. That's probably my favorite game on the Genesis. So yeah, that's what's up. But yeah, he was like, get that. So for sure, for sure. So I copped it on his recommendation and was not disappointed. But I used to watch his channel all the time. And anything I know about Genesis, which isn't much, but like I said, anytime I wanted to dive into more Sega Genesis stuff, I'd always watch, catch him on Gamer Weekend and see what he was cooking up. So yeah, Sega CD version is the definitive version, I believe. Oh, see, I didn't know there was a Sega CD version. Retro Tibron is in the house. What's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We just got done opening the dad box. If you don't know what that is, it is a box full of video games and gaming swag that's been going around the community. Basically, one YouTuber will send it to another. They make a video where they open it up, and anything they take out of the dad box, they have to put something of equal value back in. So the dad box has changed and evolved over time. And I'm trying to hold back this yawn, so give me a second. But yeah, it's a cool little community challenge that's definitely linking us together. So absolutely. 25 nice Rocket Knight adventures go hard. Some of the finest Konami Genesis stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I wasn't expecting it when I bought it. I was thinking like, oh, it's gonna be just. I was thinking more like a mascot, like action platformer. But nah, man, that's like some mascot game meets like Contra Hardcore. Like it's crazy, and it's really actually from a technical standpoint, is with like graphics is on point. Like it looks really, really good even today. With some of the stuff they're able to do, it runs nice and smooth. And so yeah, like if I had played that game, back in the day when it came out, that would have blew me away. Absolutely. I would have switched to Genesis for that because that game is absolutely killer. Let's see. You've been taking notes from all these travel vlogs that Metal Jesus done lately. A lot of good mom and pop shops still around selling good merchandise. Absolutely. Yeah, and it's cool. It's cool to see him vlogging around because he did that some years back when he went to Tokyo. And I was like, that was really fun. I wanted him to do more stuff like that, and so it was cool. He went to Vegas, and it was funny because where did he go? He went to one of the stores in Vegas that Linda, aka the gamer girl, always goes to. And it was funny because he's like, oh, like he was putting us on to it for the first time. And I was like, nope, like if you know, like Linda Ben put me onto that like 3 years ago. So that was kind of cool to see that. But yeah, I really find those entertaining. And then at the end, he shows what he picked up. So I definitely want to do something similar as, like I said, next week. I'm going, what is the name of that swap meet? This is the swap meet in Kansas, the retro swap meet in Kansas City. Let me look it up because I haven't even like looked into like, do I need to buy a ticket? I was just gonna show up, and if I gotta pay some money to get in, like do that, and then like go do that. So yeah, let's see. Let me look that up real fast. Retro Gaming Swap KC 2021. It must be that because it popped up immediately. So yes, sir. December 11th. And actually, my birthday is December 10th. So that's why I'm going. So it's cool. I'm going to go for my birthday. And it's going to be at this place called A Game, I think. And yeah, it's going to be in KC Mo. So that's cool. It's like 3.5 hour drive from where I'm at. So if I get up early, I don't know when this thing starts or opens, but let me look at that real fast. Okay, wait, is this the one? Why can't I click it to look at it? Anyway, I don't know. It says it opens noon. So I don't know. But like I said, I'll look at that more after the stream. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna leave like probably 6 a.m. so I can get down there at like 10, maybe get some breakfast, maybe shop around some more places before, pregame it before I get there. But yeah, I'm going to take my camera down there. We are going to vlog the whole thing. And yeah, it should be pretty dope. So I'm excited. And then I'll put the video together and then, we'll talk about it week after next, and you'll see all the footage from it. And I don't know if I'll probably leave the pickups for probably next Sunday's live stream. So yes, I'm gonna get back on my weekly streams. Again, I apologize for how scarce I've been. It's been crazy. Like, first of all, it's been crazy at work, and then secondly, like I said, my room just got so messy. And the reason why it got messy, because that room back there behind that light, I'm building a second studio in there because, like I said, for those of you who don't know, I also have a channel where I talk about film and photography. And speaking of which, I might put some film and photography gear in here just as a bonus. Like, I'm not gonna, like put in something for a game, but I might put something in here that maybe the next creator down the line could use, for their production, for their YouTube videos, because you guys know I'm a huge proponent of that, and that's why I started camera stuff on this channel in the first place, was to help content creators in my space make better videos. But it got to the point where I had a dual audience, and so I didn't want to do that. So I made a YouTube channel just for my camera stuff. And actually, I'll pull it up real fast. We can look at it. So those of you who don't know, and that being said, I haven't put a video out on this channel in a while either. But yeah, we got to get back to that. We're just going to try to kill it. But like I said, it's coming in at the end of the day after working so hard, like, at the school and all that. And then just like I be wanting to make something, but I don't know. So it's just my first and last name, Antoine Sexton. Maybe I'll leave a link in the description there too. But it's been doing pretty well. I'm at about 60 subscribers. But like I said, I started on this channel, things were going really well, and then I kind of fell off. Just like I fell off on Lightsaber Samurai. So it's kind of sad, but I'm about to get back into both really soon. I said I got 9 videos on here. Gonna soon put out the 10th. And like I said, if you enjoyed any of my camera videos that I talked about back in the day, that same kind of content is going to be on this channel now. I might actually move some of those videos over to this channel. And like I said, if you beginning filmmaker, photographer, you want to get into this, or if you just want more tips on how to make better YouTube videos, then yeah, we are going to be in here. So this is actually the setup there. So this, what you're seeing here, this is the room behind me. And so when I cleaned out that room to make this YouTube set in this second room, a lot of that stuff came in here. And this got super junky. And so, like, with all the clutter and stuff, like, I found that it just wasn't comfortable being down here anymore. And so, like, I kind of like stopped coming down here as much, and a bunch of other stuff. And so, like I said, the clutter really killed the creativity on that one. And yeah, I just stopped feeling it. So yeah, but like I said, we are back in the saddle now that this room is more or less like 90% set up. And also, I've been remodeling some stuff. So the shelving here that the TV sit on, this shelving is all different. The shelves back here, I'm trying to transfer to doing like all white shelves. Again, it's kind of copying off of Metal Jesus Rocks. If you've seen his game room, he's got like those IKEA like cubby shelves, and I really like that style, but I really wanted the white because, as you can see, if you look in the background, you can see the shadows like on these dark brown shells, and like the dark brown just like sucks up all the light. And that's why I put these little lights here. So, oh, there's that battery. I was looking for you. So anyway, I usually use that light too, but that's why those little lights like that, that's why I put those lights there to kind of brighten up the shell so you can actually see the games. But I feel like all the dark browns like absorb all of the practical lighting that I try to do on set. So, but I feel like the white shells, it reflects it more, makes it bounce around more, makes it look a little more lively. And plus, the 90D, fantastic camera, but it's not the best in low light, and so I get a lot of noise in the shadows where it kind of looks like fuzzy and things like that. So just trying to avoid that, but I think white shelving will help make it look a little more cleaner in that regard. So I'm in the process of moving these shelves out too, and then I'll probably just sell these shelves or whatever, or give them away to somebody in the community who needs to, game. Oh, I forgot to turn this light on too. PlayStation light. So now that's cool. That's my PlayStation light in the background. A new one that I just got off of Amazon. So, but anyway, guys, that is it for the dad box. Let's see what we are talking about in the chat, because I know I missed a lot of stuff on that latest rant. Casey says, I was just in Kansas only a few days ago. Next time I got to slide on you. For sure, man. You can't come. I'm the king of Kansas, okay? You can't come into Kansas without seeing the king, all right? Not really, but maybe one day I'll be like, oh, man, he's the biggest YouTuber in Kansas. I don't know, but one of these days. But yeah, man, for sure. Like, I'm smack dab here in South Central Kansas and good old Wichita. So, like I said, there ain't really ish else to see in Kansas anyway but Wichita. We the biggest city in the state, so come check us out. We actually got some cool stuff here. People from here will say that it sucks living here, but that's just because they don't do anything with their life. All they do is eat and drink alcohol. So if that's all you do to have fun, you're not going to have fun here. But yeah, man, you definitely got to come check it out, man. I've been dying to meet you in person, so that'd be cool. Let's see. 1-5 says, Nice Rocket Night Adventures Go Hard. Yeah, absolutely. We read that already. Say, you've been taking notes. Yep, I read that. Okay, so I wasn't that far. Small channels for the win. Absolutely. Say, that could be a great crossover opportunity to showcase your camera and editing skills and show what you got. Yeah, absolutely. And eventually I am going to make a video on this channel about how I make my videos. And I'll probably keep that one on Lightsaber Samurai. And then I'll do a separate one for my camera channel, because I wanted to, like I said, eventually I'm going to do a game room tour as soon as I get finished cleaning and like replacing those shelves. We're going to do a game room tour, so that's probably going to come first couple of weeks of January 2022. So that's probably what I'm going to start out the year with. And so when I do that, I want to do a game room tour from the gamer side of things, and then a game room tour from the YouTube studio side of things, where I showcase the camera, the lights, and all of the stuff I use and whatnot. So, yeah. But let me actually, I can show you right now. Let me see how we can do this in real time here. Okay, so check me out. So this is what I'm looking at right now. I'm going to just take a picture of it. And now with that picture, I'm going to put it in front of the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, stop. With the notifications. God darn it. Okay. And then, hold on. Boom. So that's what I'm looking at right now. So anyway, that's my current camera rig that I'm looking at. Actually, I just bought a Sony camera, so that's exciting. I don't know where my backpack is because I was out with my girlfriend today. I think I left it upstairs, but I also crossed over to Sony. So now I'm kind of like teeter-tottering if I want to stick with Canon or if I want to switch over to Sony. So I'm at the point now, early next year, I'm going to move up to a full-frame camera. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain all that on my second channel. But like I said, just like the big boy camera, which I would say this is a pretty big boy camera, but moving up to like the professional cameras. And so I'm at a crossroads. Do I want to stick with Canon, or do I want to move over to the Alpha system with Sony? So it's close. Both of them are doing really well. So who knows? But let's see. Vask Tech. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's let's see. Wait, you're going to put in photography gear? Can you send that box back to me? That's what's up, man. I might send something special your way, man. I will have to exchange information. I might send, because yeah, like I said, they be coming up with stuff here all the time, because I know your girl was talking about looking for more professional cameras, but actually the scene here is it's starting to really blossom. And so I find like good filmmaking equipment here for dirt cheap, like all the time. It's in the marketplace. So if I scoop something for real cheap, man, I'll send it your way, because I've done that. I found stuff a couple of times. So even if it's like a T2i, T3i, you can get busy with that. Oh, am I about to get busy? Kona. Yeah, this is my, if you haven't watched my streams before, Kona comes in and interrupts my stream every time I stream. So this is one of my cats, Kona. He likes the dad box. He's climbing into the dad box. Okay, so dad box, you're going to get a free cat. Let's put him up in there. That's right. I'll just send you Kona. I'll keep all this stuff and send you Kona, okay? So you get the joy and laughter of owning a pet like him. So yeah, but yeah, man. Like I said, if I man, I'll keep my ears and eyes open. If I see a cheap camera, man, I'm gonna send it your way, because they get your butt out of my face, because they are out here all the time. Okay, you can go now, Kona. I love you, but yes, go that way. Go that way, or you can just chill back in the box. I don't care. Okay, I hope whoever I send it to isn't allergic to cats, because he might have some residue in there. Bye. Here, I'll just set you back on the ground, because he can't jump worth a damn. Come here, buddy. Bam. But yeah, he can't jump worth a darn. So yeah, I'll just send you a cat and be good to go. So as I understand the lightsaber, yeah, man. But like I said, we're getting it together. I promised myself I get it together and get back to my summer 2021 form, where I was giving you 2 videos and a live stream a week. Definitely going to get back to that in the very near future. So now I just added this. Let's see. It's all good. Life's been happening. Can't take. Yeah, man. It's definitely, life has definitely been happening. Now I just added to the clutter with the dad box. Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm gonna take my pickings and quickly put this away and get it shipped to the next person as soon as possible. But man, you know what? Here's the thing. And like I said, since we got the OG in here, what about, I almost kind of don't want to send it, because this time of year, man, the Porch Pirates is out. Actually, one of my former classmates, I just saw him in the news 2 days ago, two or 3 days ago. He got arrested for porch pirating and trying to steal people's Amazon stuff off their porch. And so I would hate to send the dad box to somebody and it gets scooped up. You know what I mean? Especially this time of year, it's really bad. So especially depending on where I send it to them, if I send it to them and they live in an apartment complex or something, they may or may not deliver it to the manager's office and whatnot. And I would hate to send this only for it to get snatched up. So I kind of want to wait for real. And I kind of want to wait until like the 1st of January to send this out to somebody to where that stuff dies down. So let me know what you think. Like I said, I don't want to sit on it for too long, because you know what I mean? I want it to go around, but also like I would hate to send it to somebody and then it gets swiped out here. So I don't know. Let's see. It says, yes, every time I've been to Kansas, I've seen you. For sure. Are those malls still holding up by a string? Yes, they are. Actually, Town East Mall has always done really well. It's Town West Mall, man. I don't know. There's literally Town West Mall. There's literally like 6 stores in there now. And I literally think that mall is only there because of the Vintage Stock and JCPenney. If JCPenney or Vintage Stock left, man, it's all over. Like, I mean, Vintage Stock is the only reason why I go to Town West Mall. It's because, yeah, I don't know. Like, I can't believe it. One of my girls up there in Kansas. Okay, I see you, buddy. Macology. Okay. Had to slide through. I feel you. Any new games you got lately? Yes, and I don't know where they are, because one of the things I did was really got into putting my stuff away, and so I was gonna leave it out, but the clutter was killing me, so I put it away, and so now I don't know where those games. I can't even remember what I bought, but I did buy a couple of decent ones, and now I don't remember what they were at all. As I would show. Oh, Grow Media DDT is in the house. Says stick with Canon. Hey, man, you've been shooting on all those Fujis lately, okay? Stick with Canon. I seen you drinking the Fuji juice, okay? Which actually, man, the only reason why I wouldn't go to Fuji is simply because I want to move up to full frame, and Fuji doesn't make full frame cameras, but like the XT3, you can get the XT3 for used for under $1,000 right now. That XT3 was a beast, man. Like the The 4K in it is super nice. And the thing about Fuji is they have those really cool picture profiles, like the Portra clone. Like if you were shooting film back in the day, you used to get like that Portra 400, the Portra 800. Like they've got picture profiles on those Fujis that mimic those looks. They got the Eterna on there. Like, so they got some really good stuff. And I really like that. They use high bit rates too, like the A, like this here. If I shot in 4K on this, I'm getting 4K 24 at 120 megabits, which is cool, especially since this Canon doesn't have any flat picture profiles. But like on the Sony, for instance, which has the 4K, and I can shoot S-Log2 and S-Log3, but you can't grade that at 100 megabits per second. Like the image will literally just start to break apart. But those Fujis do like 280 megabits and 400 megabits and stuff. So really beefy codecs. You can push and pull the colors any way you want. So that's what's up, man. But yeah, I really like what I see from Fuji. I haven't had the pleasure of using a Fuji camera, but like I said, man, I've been using the Sony A6400, and I just got it because it was crazy cheap on Facebook Marketplace. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get it and flip this, because I've been thinking about selling my M50. I'm like, okay, if I sell the M50 and I sell the A7 III or the A6400, I can put that towards getting like an R6 or something like that. And or I was thinking about just getting the regular R, because you can get the regular R, just the body, for like $1,200 nowadays used. And so that would be my photography camera, and this 90D would stay my video camera. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I got to use the A6400, man. The dynamic range is fantastic. The excellent low light is fantastic. Anyway, let me stop, okay, because it's a video game live stream. Okay, I'm getting caught up. But yeah, the A6400 is really nice and really making me want to consider switching to Sony. So yeah, that would be awesome to see both of those game room tours. I need to improve my production value, and now know I need some some decent equipment. And like I said, I still do shoot on my phone too sometimes. The biggest thing I would suggest getting is like a light. And like I said, this light I'm using right here, this is about $300. It usually goes on sale though for like $220 to $250. So you can, this is the VGM 100 watt bicolor cob light, and it comes with this. I'm going to turn the camera so y'all can see it a little bit. But you see it here. I don't know how well it's coming in. Oh, you can't see that. Hold on. Luckily, the way I got this set, I could take it right off the tripod. And so you see it. So that's what we got here. This bad boy. And it's a fantastic light. It comes with this big lantern on it. And so it gives me a nice soft light. Let's see, I can pull it out like this. Look at that. And I can just vlog on the live stream. But anyway, this is what I'm looking at. I got this huge cob light here, but it's fantastic and like I said, $300 is expensive. So until then, I would suggest getting like a 19-inch ring light. And the ring lights are really good too for fitting in small places like apartments and whatnot. And they give off really good light as well. There we go. All right, sorry about that. Put that back on there. But yeah, man, they give off really good light as well. These the ring lights. And then if you put something like I used to throw just a white t-shirt over it to soften the light a little bit more, and I got some good results. And like I said, the ring light, I bought that for like $100, and still it's a little expensive. But until then, you can use sunlight. You guys saw this blinds in front of me. That's a window out to outside, and I can open that in the daytime. You're restricted by the sun's movement, but you can do it shooting daylight, and get some nice soft light there. Let me fix this a little bit. Zoom that in. Let's get a little tighter shot. But yeah, like I said, even this clutter right now is bothering me. I'm about to start cleaning right here on the live stream. But yeah, like I said, there are cheaper there's some pretty cheap ways to get some decent equipment, but eventually, like I said, you're not gonna find like a camera for like $50. Okay. Like you gonna have to invest, a few $100s. And like I said, my first camera, I put that in a pawn shop and put a down payment on it in the pawn shop and just made payments until I had enough to get it out. And that was on a $350 camera. It was T5i. Fantastic camera, by the way. Like I said, but now you can get something like this Canon M50, like just this setup here, just this body by itself with the regular kit lens. If you got a set like that, and you can find these used on eBay for under $500, it's probably still around the 450 to 550 mark. But like I said, it's definitely worth that. You still get a lot of camera in here for that cheap. And like I said, this was the camera that took me to 1,000 subscribers, so they really put me on the path for that. So yeah, it's just to the point where I think I've squeezed all the juice out of it that I can. And now, like I said, my A6400 and this camera that I'm filming on, both much more capable. I kept this one around because my 90D is so big, but the A6400 is a lot smaller. It's still bigger than this, but only by a little bit. And for the what you get under the hood, I mean, photography wise, they both got the same 24 megapixel sensor, so the image sensors are pretty much the same. The A6400 is way better in low light than this camera. They both shoot at like 10 frames a second, so you can shoot sports and stuff like that. The battery life on this is better. It's not great, but it's better. The A6400 battery life is that's my biggest problem with it. Also, like that this one has the flip out screen, just like my 90D, and you can see yourself. And look at that. I can turn it on here and show you yourself right now. Look at that, all on the camera. That's pretty inceptive right there. But like I said, this is really nice for seeing yourself when you're talking into it and all that good stuff. So I also like Canon cameras because the colors are really nice straight out of camera. So the Sony colors, they're not as bad as people say they are. Especially Canon shooters will tell you, oh, the Sony colors are terrible and da-da-da. They're not. Sony cameras actually look pretty good straight out of camera. The Canons do look better, and I can get similar results on that Sony. Actually, the last video I shot, the PlayStation 4 Hidden Gems video that I did a couple of weeks ago, I shot that on the Sony, just testing it out, just to see the look. And like I said, I noticed the shadows on the cabinets and things like that. I saw that the image was better just by a little bit than what I was getting on the 90D. I was using the same lens. I was just using an adapter for the Sony, but like I said, I was getting some really good dynamic range. The shadows were handled really well in that, so I really like the image, and the colors look pretty good. My skin tone looked pretty good. Of course, I'm African American. If you're Caucasian, or if you're fair skin, Latino, or Asian or anything like that, a lot of people that I know that shoot Sony cameras say that the skin tones tend to look a little more yellow or green. But like I said, I didn't really have that problem, and it's still, you can counter that by adding a touch of magenta and you're in the game. But it does tend to make blues look purple. So again, like, you gotta go back and forth and finagle it. Canons just look good straight out of camera, which is good if you don't know how to color grade, which I don't really. So yep, Kona indeed. Yep, Kona is always ruining it. Kathy's back in the house. Yeah, man, Kona's always, but he's a staple. That's my guy right there. So she said, send it my way. Did I tell you Lightsaber Samurai bought Street Fighter Big Blue and that Neo Geo arcade? You didn't. I would love to. I gotta go check your channel out. I haven't been over there in a while. So if you guys don't know, Bozo the Calvin Jr., he is the man when it comes to the 1-Up arcades. And like I said, I got the Final Fight one. It doesn't work anymore. Those first gen 1-Up arcades are crap. Okay. And I built it and everything seemed fine. And then it got to the point where you would turn it on and it would work for a while, and then it would just shut itself off because like the connection was like funky or whatever. There's a short somewhere. And so I would like to commission somebody here in the local community to help me fix it or whatever the case, help replace whatever I need to replace. Or I might just buy a new one. Like I said, I got those because they were selling them for like $50. They were blowing those out at Walmart. and they were blowing out all the first gen 1-up arcades. And the Final Fight to me was the best one because it had the most variety. Like I said, you get Final Fight, you got 1944, you got Ghost and Goblins, and you got what's the other one? Is it Gauntlet? Or no, it's Strider. So you got to beat them up on there, action platformer, shooter game. So you got a nice variety of different genres of games all on one arcade. So that's why I wanted that one. But heck yeah, cats love boxes. Absolutely. Like I said, you don't need cat trees or all those expensive toys, man. You just get some boxes and you don't even have to stack them up. Just throw them around and they will have a ball. Kind of like kids in that respect. That was me, man. You get some big boxes for me to climb in and out of, and I was good. Let's see. No more. It's the cat. Cats love boxes. Yeah, Kona looks like he likes the lamp too. Oh yeah, it's pretty quality. Yeah, I love this lamp, but the lantern on it is pretty soft, and so Kona, like if I put it too close to this table, he'll hop on this table and then like stand on his hind legs and try to scratch that light, and his claws will rip right through that lantern. So I got to make sure I have it back far enough. Like I said, I got it close to me now that I can touch it, but that's just so I can get a good light source. But when I'm not in the room, I got to push the table back, throw the light in the corner so he can't touch it. And of course, you can adjust the light and pull it up. So I'll stick it so it's facing straight up, and then he can't get to it. But yeah, I saw him scratching at it one day. I had to pop him pretty good. And after that, I'm like, man, I got to watch you because you'll sit there and put a hole in this lantern, which I'm going to replace this lantern anyway with a light dome. So, because I like the lantern, it puts out a nice soft light, but I feel like it lights up too much around me. The domes are a little more directional, so I can get a soft directional light, and then I can light up my background without the light from this lantern bleeding into my background. So try to light up just me and this scene, the foreground. This is one lighting setup, and then I use different lights and I use practicals to light up the background and keep them separate. But this lantern kind of blends them together, and I don't like it. So yeah, eventually that's on down the line though. Don't need it right now. Looking for a Canon 5D2. Just for photography. Yeah, the 5D2 is a serious camera, but like I said, you can get the 5D. Yeah, I usually see the 5D2. I saw one actually here locally. Somebody was selling it for $500, and they were selling it with like a 50 mil 1.8 or something like that. It was a pretty good deal, and especially with Magic Lantern. I wanted the 5D3 with Magic Lantern on it because I wanted to see what I can do with that. I had a T6, my Canon T6i. I just sold that about a month ago. And the reason why I was hanging on to it is I was hoping they would come out with firmware for Magic Lantern that would include that camera so I can start, so I can use the software to crack it open. But it hasn't happened, so I just went ahead and sold it. So you can totally wait. Yeah, like I said, it's not an immediate thing, but eventually. Nice katana on the wall. Yeah, that's Sephiroth's Masamune from Final Fantasy VII. My brother bought that for me for Christmas like years and years ago. And so yeah, like I said, I'm 5'10", and you can see just putting it on the wall, like here's the top of it right here. So you can see it's about as tall as I am. So it's not as long as Sephiroth's actual Masamune, but it doesn't, that would be ridiculous if this thing was 7 foot tall. So it's literally about the same height as me. So 5'10", and at 5'10", it's still a pretty big sword. So, yep. I should clean it. It's dusty. Hasn't moved from that spot in a while. So, but yeah, if you guys are just joining us, we were opening the dad box today. The dad box is a relic that's been going around through the retro YouTube community. So basically, it was a box that came with a bunch of different games, a bunch of different swag in it. And as the latest recipient, it's up to me to take what I want from the box and put back in equal number of games in said box and send it to the next collector. So yes, absolutely. Like I said, I definitely saw a few things that I will be taking out of the box, mostly in the way of games, mostly. But yeah, I will definitely put that in there. I'll probably add a few more bonus items too. And I suspect everybody's been doing that, which is why this has gotten so big. Because it was only, like I said, only supposed to be 6 games. We got like 11 in here. And so it's just people just adding extra stuff, which is cool. Says, do I do Nerf fights? I haven't in a long time. I had one of my cousins. He's got like serious deal like at his house. He's got like the pegboard with like it looks like a gun rack from a movie, but you know the pegboard with all the different type of Nerf guns on it. And he's a real enthusiast, but I haven't spoken to him in some years. But yeah, I remember back in the day, I would have my lightsabers and he would shoot Nerf guns at me and I try to block him with the lightsaber, stuff like that. We just be geeking out. But yeah, I don't collect them myself, but yeah, he was definitely into that. So I upgraded my family to the new Nerf Hyper line waiting on Christmas so we can have that Nerf war with them Mach 100s. That's what's up. Is that like the Gatlin one that's like got the shoots like 100 rounds and stuff like that? Like this, yeah, dude, the Nerf guns, like, man, if we had the Nerf guns today that we had like in the 90s, like I wouldn't know what to do with myself. And Nerf guns were cool back then, but now they got like the shotguns and they got them with like, just with iron sights on it, just all kind of crazy stuff and different attachments you can do to it. And like, it's wild. It's absolutely crazy. Like how far Nerf guns have come and how like real they function in comparison to like, actual firearms. Like it's wild. The splat ball bead guns, awesome as hell too, my dude. Yeah, my younger brother, he is into airsoft, and so he collects real firearms too. But he's got a bunch of airsoft stuff too. And one of my favorites, he had the Samurai Edge from Resident Evil 2 or 3. I can't remember which one, but it's the Stars pistol. It looks super legit. It looks like a real gun, but it's Dawn with all the stars apparel and it shoots BBs and whatever. But yeah, we were into that for a while pretty heavy, and we would go out and shoot those a lot. But let's see. You got the EOS R. It's okay. Like I said, I wanted the EOS R, and I saw what creators like, let's see, Creative Ryan had it, YC Imaging had it, Peter McKinnon had it, of course, Maddie had it. A lot of our favorite YouTubers, Chris Howell and all of them had it. Potato Jet had it. Like everybody had the R, and it seemed to be a really good camera, and the image on it was fantastic, but it was just the specs. Like I can't get over the specs. Like for one, the fact that and not just the specs, like video wise, like photography wise, like I said, the sensor on it is fantastic. That 30.3 megapixel sensor is basically an updated 5D4 sensor. And so it shoots really nice looking images. But the fact that it can only shoot like 6 frames a second, and then it gets worse depending on if you're in one shot or tracking priority or whatever the case. Like I said, I can shoot up to 11 on this 90D right here in tracking, and it's blazing fast. Like you crank the shutter speed up anything past like 500 of a second, you're not missing a shot. And so, like I said, I mean, this 90D has their new 32.3, I think, or 32.4, something like that. So megapixel sensor wise, it's almost in the same ballpark as the EOS R. Of course, it's a crop sensor, not a full frame, but still, the images I get with this 90D are fantastic. Like I'm doing professional jobs with this 90D for photo and video. Actually, I'm about to shoot a music video. Talked to a friend of mine recently, and so I'm going to shoot my first music video, so that's going to be interesting. So check out the other channel for that. But like I said, the EOS R, like I said, the other video specs, the 4K in the EOS R looks fantastic. It crops in by 1.7 times, which is more of a crop than you get on this. But the 4K in this is comparable to that, not nearly as good. And then plus the R has C logs, so you got more picture profiles with the R. But like I said, doing 120 frames a second at 720p, I mean, that's the same as my Canon M50. Like this 90D does it in full 1080, and it looks super crispy. So I don't know, just like I was looking at a lot of the specs and stuff, and like a lot of ways the 90D was matching it, and in the photography space, in a lot of ways the 90D was exceeding it. and the 90D was 1100 new, compared to the EOS R, which it was 2300 when it came out. Now, like I said, you can get an EOS R used for as low as 1200, but I can get a 90D for as low as 900. And like I said, I think there's more camera there. K Haven in the house, T5i gang. Yeah, man, the T5i is fantastic, and I wish I still had it because I really only got into Magic Lantern like right before I got rid of it. And so there's some things you can do with the T5i, like shoot 2.8K RAW and things like that, that I really wanted to experiment with, because you can get some crispy images using those settings. And like I said, I just learned about Magic Lantern too late and then got rid of it. So like I said, I mean, the T5i, you can pick a camera up like that, used for 300 or less. Fantastic image on that still. And yeah, like a really crisp 1080p image on that. So but yeah, I like I said, if I got the EOS R, I wouldn't complain about it at all. Like I said, as a photo camera, especially if we're talking street photography or if we're talking portrait photography, it's up there. I was actually there's a local photography group here on Facebook, and I was with some guys, and I took my 90D, and he had the R, and the images look so crispy. And of course, he was using that RF 70 or that RF 24 to 70 f2, which is a crazy super crispy lens. And so like my 90D couldn't hold a candle to those images, but that was more the lens than anything else, and that lens is $3,000. So yeah, so there was no way I was competing with that. But yeah, like I said, the R is nice. If I had it, I would definitely use it, because the 1080p image is still really nice on the R. And like I said, I don't think 4K has become the standard yet. It's close though. I think 22 is the year where 4K becomes the standard. But the 1080p out of that R is so good, and I think that's attributed to Canon in general, because all the other camera companies, they jumped on 4K as soon as 4K became a thing, right? But we didn't start getting 4K into Canon cameras. I think the first 4K shooter that's consumer level, because I mean there was the C200 shot 4K, and this shot RAW, and that came out around 2016ish, 2017ish. But I think the 5D4 was the first consumer level Canon camera that we got with 4K, and of course it had that 1.7 times crop that the EOS R does. And so, like I said, they had cameras that did 4K. The 1DX Mark II does 4K, but still, you got a 1.35 times crop with that. The 1DX2 does shoot 4K 60, though. Fantastic camera. But again, I wouldn't consider that consumer level, because the 1DX2 was $6,000 when it came out. And even now, like, I mean, it's still like you can find them used for like $3,000, but still that's all out of the wheelhouse for a lot of people. I wouldn't consider that a consumer price and a consumer level camera. So, but like I said, Sony's been doing it forever, but because Canon was so late to the party, they really had to make sure their 1080p looked really good. Sony's, I was trying the 1080p on the A6400. No, you don't touch that at all. Like now the 120 1080p looks pretty good, especially if I'm using Sigma glass or something like that. But just shooting 1080p 24, like it's definitely like the 90D beats the pants. So actually, I think my M50 looks better than it did in the 1080p, and that's because Sony abandoned 1080p long ago, because they were shooting, and their 4K is phenomenal. They take a 6K image and squeeze it down into a 4K box, and so the 4K that you get out of the Sony Alpha cameras, like the 6000 series or the A7 series, like the 4K looks fantastic. So they didn't have to worry about 1080p, but Canon, like I said, couldn't do that. So they had to make sure they had really good 1080p. And you can see that still in cameras like the R and the RP and like this 90D. When I shoot 1080p on it, it still looks really good. Looks, and the 1080p in this is super sampled just like that. So it takes 4K, squeezes it down to 1080p. So the 1080p in this 90D looks really good. And I still shoot 1080p most of the time for smaller file sizes. Let's see. So anyway, let me get back to this. I keep ranting about cameras. I'm sorry, this is wrong stream for that. But like I said, I really do like my camera stuff. I like the journey I'm on, learning about it and trying to get better. And like I said, any time you guys had questions about it or comment, I try to give you some game on it. So boy says, does Kansas have metropolitan areas, or is it mostly the stereotypical Midwest farmland? No, Western Kansas is the stereotypical farmland. Um, you got a lot of fairly large cities. Like I said, the Wichita metropolitan area hosts about 1 million people, so it's not huge. But like I said, Wichita proper has about 500,000 people that just live in the city of Wichita. Got smaller towns that dot around us, like Newton, Derby, Andover, Pratt, things like that, and they all together, all those, we make up the metropolitan area. Like I said, all together we're about 1 million people. You got Topeka, they got about 400K, over 300 to 400K in Topeka, which is the capital. But really, those are the two biggest cities in the state. So that's it. Like I said, there are some other ones like Lawrence and some other areas, but like I said, the farmland and stuff that you see, that's mostly out in western Kansas. So if you go an hour west of Wichita, then it's flat farmland, nothing out there. There's some towns that dot the landscape out there, like Garden City, Goodland, Dodge City, stuff like that, but it's flat until you get to like central Colorado. And I like driving to Colorado is a nightmare because there's nothing to look at. It's just flat nothingness for literally like 5 hours. And I remember when I worked at Krispy Kreme, there was this group that always used to fundraise with us. And they would fundraise with us twice a year, and it was a huge fundraiser order. They'd order like 1,000 dozen from us, anywhere from like 700 to 1,000 dozen, and we would put them on the truck. And they were in a small town called Dighton, Kansas, and it's literally like 20 minutes from the Colorado border, and it's toward the top of the state. So we have to drive northwest literally for like 4.5 hours. That's the worst drive ever. And then the 4.5 back. Oh my God. I used to hate that so much. But like I said, the work was easy. I just drove there. It was not like I was in the shop getting yelled at by customers or whatever, but I just drive. I was just driving. But like I said, just looking at nothing for hours and hours and hours. If you drive east, you got the area like the Flint Hills and stuff like that. It looks really cool. Actually, I want to film out there because it almost looks like another planet sometimes, like when you just look out on the vista of the Flint Hills. And so dream of mine is I want to make a Star Wars short film, and I would love to film out there as one of the locations. And like I said, I need a drone and get a drone up and fly it across there and get some cool establishing landscape shots out there. But the Flint Hills is nice. You got a lot of stuff to look at as you head east towards Kansas City. Which is, of course, one of the other cities I forgot to mention, Kansas City, Emporia. Like I said, there's some cities out here, but usually like central, southeastern to like northeastern Kansas is where all the cities are. Like western Kansas, those are towns out there, and they're pretty far apart with nothing in between. So, it just depends on where you go. Let's see. Melanin be popping. Absolutely. Hey, what you talking about? But you right. It'd be popping out here, What can I say? Let's see. I've been trying to color grade more, and it's a mess to work with. Absolutely. And that's why you had suggest that I get now I can't even remember. What's the editing software? DaVinci Resolve. And like I said, I use Filmora. I know you hate Filmora. And like I said, Filmora is fantastic for like 95% of what I do. But now that I have a camera that shoots log profiles, I was wanting to teach myself more on how to shoot flat picture profiles, because I would like to know how to do that when I get my camera upgrades next year. Because like I said, right now I'm teetering between the A7C, which is what Mr. Rightway, he just got that camera, and his footage looks fantastic. The A7C is a compact version of the Sony A7 III, which was thunderous when it came out. Legendary camera in the space when the A7 III came out in 2018. So he has that set up. I was looking at the A7C, the A7 IV, or the Canon R6. And like I said, I was looking at the R6. I don't need all of the horsepower of the R5. The R5 is also like a $4,000 camera. So the R6 is sitting at about 2,500. Only thing that gets me about that R6 is that 20 megapixel sensor. I wish the megapixels were higher. But usually I found that when I'm shooting photography and post-production, I don't usually crop in a lot. So the 20 megapixels is going to be fine. Like I said, the T5i is an 18 megapixel shooter. And I started doing, at paid jobs with the T5i, and the photos look great. So I'm not super worried about it, but like I said, the R6, got the 120p, fantastic. Got the autofocus at 120p. It looks great. It's got 4K 60 full frame, which the A7 IV has 4K 60 in crop mode. So you don't get the full sensor readout when you're shooting with that. That being said, the 4K and the Sony A7 IV is a 7K image cramped into 4K, so it looks super crispy. And the R6 is no slouch either. It's a 5.5K image squeezed down to 4K. So I mean, it looks really good as well. So like I said, it's those three cameras. The A7C is about a 2,000 setup. The A7 IV and the Canon R6 are right around 2,500. I'd be close to 3,000 if I bought them with the kit lens, which if I got the R, I would probably do. Although I can just get the body and then pay an extra 100 for an adapter so I can adapt all of my EF glass to it. And so I'll probably do that for a while. There are some cheap RF lenses that are starting to come out, like the 35 mil, like the 50 mil 1.8 and things like that, are a little more affordable. But like I said, Sony's glass is expensive too. So if I got the A7C, I would probably, I already got the MC11 adapter. I bought that for the A6400. So I would use that to use all my Canon lenses on the A7C if I got that camera. So yeah, but like I said, I'm looking for more of a big boy full frame to work with. The A7C also has the latest color science in it. This color science in the A6400, like I said, is really good. But the A7C has what the A7S3 had. I think I can't remember if they brought Cinetone to the A7C or not. I know they brought the updated autofocus system. The colors are better than they were in the A7 III, so maybe. But like I said, I'm torn between it. Like I want to spend probably about $3,000 on the new setup, and to do that, I'm definitely going to sell my M50. I got the M50 and a bunch of accessories, about $1,500 worth of accessories for my M50. I'll probably sell all that stuff for $1,000, and then maybe use my income tax, or I'm saving up some money right now to get it, but we'll see. I definitely want to upgrade though. Let's see, Street Fighter Legacy memory board. You can have it. Oh, for real? Yeah, man, I might take you up on that. I'm about to mod my one-ups. Yeah, and like I said, I want to mod mine too. I might as well, since the damn thing doesn't work, I might as well get with one of my friends in the community and see what they can, what wizardry they can pull off. I'm going to go for that T8i next, and that's a good camera too. The T8i, basically the M50, but a little bit better. You got a lot of the same things in it. The T8i is a DSLR, one of probably the last DSLR that they're going to make. It came out right after the 90D. So between the 90D and the T8i, I think Canon is done with DSLRs. I think all camera companies are done with DSLRs in general. Mirrorless is the next thing, is the next wave. So, but like I said, with your T8i, you'll definitely be able to shoot in 4K. Unfortunately, the T8i, the SL3, the M50, when you switch to 4K, it crops in by an additional 1.5 times or something like that. So you're definitely going to need a wide angle lens to be able to competently shoot in 4K. And then when you shoot in 4K, you don't have the dual pixel autofocus. It reverts to a contrast based autofocus. If you're using native lenses, like I'm using this 15 to 45, it works pretty decently, the autofocus with the native lens, but like with the M50, the M line is not good, so I had to adapt. So when I use third-party lenses, the autofocus is trash. The T8i, I suspect that the autofocus in 4K will be slightly worse than your autofocus is in your T5i, from what I've seen. Like I said, when I shoot 4K in this, the autofocus is about the same as it was in my T5i. That being said, though, one thing I noticed with the T5i, when I shoot in 24 frames a second, the autofocus was worse than when I shot in 30 frames a second, because I started out my channel shooting in 30 frames a second. And when I shot in 30 frames a second, if I had an STM lens like the 18 to 55 kit, or the Pancake 24 mil. If I shot 30 frames a second, I could move in and out or whatever, and it would lock on my face and it wouldn't be a problem. But when I switched to shooting in 24 frames a second, then that's when it started to do the hunting thing and started to get a little fuzzy on me, or whatever the case. So like I said, I think you'll be good to go with that, and it's definitely a good way to start shooting 4K. Like I said, people be so anxious to jump up to 4K and this and that, but there's a lot. When I got this camera, I started shooting in 4K and realized that the computer I had at the time could not edit the 4K footage. So when I bought this camera, I had to buy this laptop because the laptop I had before was not powerful enough to edit. And that's one of the things a lot of people don't think about. When you shoot in 4K, that's 4 times the resolution as 1080p. And so, more or less 4 times the data, like it's going to take 4 times as long. You got to have much more powerful equipment to deal with 4K images. And that's why I tell people, if you just starting out, don't worry about 4K. 1080 is enough. 1080 works smoothly with pretty much any computer that was made in the last, 8 years or so. And so you're going to be fine. But if you got an older computer, your 4K might not play nice with what you got going on. And for that, it might not even be the computer. It might be the editing software. Your editing software might not be good enough to run the 4K. And so you gotta watch out for that. So absolutely. Let's see. 200D, what I shoot with. Okay, like it's like the smaller version of this. The 200D is nice. Like I said, that's good 1080p. And it's interchangeable lens. It's the size of a point and shoot. The 200D is super small, but it does have the same sensor as this M50, and so you can switch out the lenses, which is good. So you can always improve the quality and squeeze more juice out of the camera before you need to upgrade. So yeah, I like the M200. It's pretty good. Let's see. No farm animals to look at either. Heck no. Like, you might see an occasional horse, but like I said, most of the farmers here, they're farmers and not ranchers. So most of the people here don't deal in animals. They deal in like wheat or corn, especially. And so you see a lot of corn going out west. You see a lot of wheat going out west. Every now and then you'll see a dairy farm. So you might see some cows, maybe, but still that's more of an eastern thing. Like a lot of the farms in eastern Kansas, that's where the cattle's, like Cassidy is a city east of Newton that they do a lot of ranching out there. That being said, though, once you get to Dodge City is where our meat packing plant is. So around Dodge City, you might see some cattle farms around there, but that's pretty much it. Like I said, most of the cattle industry we have is like out east, and I think they trade mostly with Kansas City and do business with them up there. So yeah, it's flat and grass. It's funny because we have a mountain in Kansas. If you go to the western edge of Kansas, almost to Colorado, and it's at the top too, it's actually pretty close to Dighton, Kansas. It's in far northwestern Kansas. You will find what is called Mount Sunflower, and Mount Sunflower it's actually not a mountain at all. It's a hill. The thing is, when you drive in Kansas, like as you head towards Colorado, it goes up slightly. So you're increasing in elevation ever so slightly you don't notice it. But the summit of Mount Sunflower is technically the highest point in Kansas because of that. So it's not actually a mountain at all. It just is like a grassy field or whatever. And at the summit of Mount Sunflower, there's a plaque there. And I can't remember the date, but it has a date. It says on this day, we'll just say January 1st. It says on this day, January 1st, 1898, absolutely nothing happened. That's what it says on the plaque. So that's Mount Sunflower for you. So yeah, Kansas is just flat, flat, flat. Like I said, the Flint Hills are the only geographical interesting thing like in the state that I've found so far. Of course, when you get down close to Oklahoma, you start to see the red clay dirt and stuff like that. You can see some rock formations, a few of them there, in southern Kansas, but for the most part, flat, flat, flat. So let's see. Hey, video gamer lover 58 is in the house. What's going on, man? How's it going? I saw you were celebrating the 20th anniversary of Ratchet and Clank recently. And we were just talking about Ratchet and Clank because we had one of the games here in the dad box. Fantastic series. Fantastic. So real quick, guys. I'm going to put a poll out. I'll put it on my YouTube after this, on my community page. We're going to see which series do you like better? And we're just talking the original trilogy, Jack and Daxter or Ratchet and Clank. So me personally, slight edge to Ratchet and Clank. I think I like Jack and Daxter better as a protagonistic duo. Like their chemistry, I think, is way better. Daxter is hilarious, so I think I like them better than I like Ratchet and Clank. But as far as games go, I'd have to give the gameplay and all of that to Ratchet and Clank. So it says, I have a Street Fighter Legacy CAD memory board. You can have it. And did I tell you, Lightsaber Samurai, about the Street Fighter Blue and Neo Geo arcades? They are. Oh no, yeah, I did see that because I was like, damn, he got the Neo Geo one too. That I want that so bad. I love Neo Geo. Actually, one of the holy grail items, and I'm actually hoping that I can find at the swap meet next week. One of my holy grail items is a Neo Geo X Gold Edition. Like I don't know why. Like I just really want that Neo Geo Gold Edition. So when I get to 800 subscribers, if one of y'all want to send that to me, please do. I would. That's that. So that and the Steel Battalion on the original Xbox, those are the two holy grail items that I want in my game collection. Another grail item, I would like to get the TurboGrafx Mini. But those are expensive now. They're like 200 plus. So I like to get my hands on one of those. And then when they come out, they disappear so fast. So it's hard to find a TurboGrafx Mini. I would love to get a TurboGrafx Mini complete in box. So much so that I might be willing to trade my actual, because I have an actual TurboGrafx 16 and I got a little mod on it so you can hook it up via via composite cables, as opposed to using RF, which is a pain in the ass. But hook this up composite cables, and still a lot of TVs have the yellow, red, and white hookups in the background, in the back of the TV. You can pop in there. So I play it on this TV often. I got like a stack of games for the TurboGrafx too, all expensive ones too, like Ninja Spirits. One of them I did sell, Nightmare Creatures, I think is the name of it. It's funny because it's still sitting in the local retro gaming store. I've been thinking about buying it back actually, to put it back in my collection. But yeah, let's see. Can't imagine being on a ride like that. It must be agonizing as much. Yeah, dude, like, yeah, it's basically like watching paint dry or grass grow. Like I said, it wasn't a drive that I had to make often, but man, I used to hate that when we had to drive the Dighton, and it was so we had to drive in pairs because it was so bad. Like drivers fall asleep. And actually, we used to do deliveries to towns out west, and we canceled all of them because driving out west, it was so bad. Like we had two drivers that worked for us died driving out to Dodge City and back and stuff like that, which isn't even the full, like that Dodge City is like 3 hours away. Like it's not even, the Dighton is like 4.5. Like, so it wasn't even the full length, and they would go there and come back. And yeah, man, like that, like drivers died doing that. Like it was crazy. So it was so bad. But like I said, Dighton, he was paying because, like I said, and they would buy from us, at fundraiser price, and they would go sell them and make a killing. And because there was nothing out there, there's no Krispy Kreme out west in Western Kansas. The closest Krispy Kreme to them is us, or the Krispy Kreme that was in Denver, Colorado, which Denver, Colorado was like 5 hours from that point. We're like 4.5. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? So they would buy, whenever they came and bought donuts from us, they would literally buy like 1,000 dozen and take them out to Dighton and make thousands of dollars flipping them, selling them to the people there. So, but like I said, it was a huge payday for us. So we would fill that order, and then like we'd have to go in pairs, two drivers out in the truck. So if one started to fall asleep or whatever, we had to switch halfway through and take turns, whatever. But yeah, it was harrowing, simply because, and then sometimes we would have to drive like during this time of year. And kids, this was before the era of global warming. Here right now, it was 70 degrees today in December, which is crazy because back in the day when I was doing this run, it was already snow on the ground, deer everywhere, and you had to drive 4.5 hours there and 4.5 hours back and not hit a deer. And that happened all the time too. We would hit deer all the time going back and forth and wreck the trucks. And so it was a pain in the ass. And so finally I was like, man, we just not delivering in Western Kansas anymore. The Dighton run was the only one we kept because it paid so much money. But everywhere else, it was like, no, unless you buying 1,000 dozen like they were, we ain't risking it. Um, so K Haven says Jack and Daxter's my cousin's uncle was part of the dev team for Jack 3, so I have to go with us. He was like, okay, I feel you. Got to play it before it released. That's fantastic. And honestly, and like I said, you can attribute it to the fact that Jack and Daxter, as the series went on, the Precursor Legacy is your standard kind of like a mascot action adventure platforming game, right? 3D action platform. But Jack 2 and 3 heavily borrowed from the gameplay that we got in Ratchet and Clank. And that pretty much says it all to me. That being said, Jack 3 and Jack 2 and Jack 3 did a lot of cool things, and in some ways they did better than Ratchet and Clank. But I would say overall, like I would slight edge. And like I said, it's a slight edge. I love them both, but yeah, I definitely see where you're going with that. You definitely got to side with them. So yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna put that poll up just for fun here after this is done and see what as well. Like I said, I was lucky to get both of them, the trilogies on PS3. And like I said, the Jack trilogy isn't that expensive, but the Ratchet and Clank trilogy on PS3 is like $70 now. But you can still find Ratchet and Clank, or you can still find Jack and Daxter for like 35. I was lucky enough, I found it for $5 on a Facebook marketplace. They had a bunch of games that they were selling, and that was really the only like expensive one in the pot. And so I bought a couple of the other commons. Just when I do that, I always do that. Like if somebody's selling a bunch of games and one of them happens to be rare, I buy the rare one and two like nobody games so they don't get suspicious, because they have a bunch of games and somebody's like, I just want that game. I don't care about the other ones. I just want that one. Then they go, oh, why does he want that so bad? And they look on eBay and it's like, what? This game's $100. They'd be like, nah, $5 was the old price. Like it's gonna be 80 now, you know. And I'm still cutting you a deal because it's 100 online, so you can get it for me for 80. I'm like, dang. So like I said, I always buy a few games so they don't get suspicious. So yeah. But like I said, guys, I don't know. You guys got any more questions, comments, concerns, threats? Like I said, boy was asking me about pickups. I did pick some things up, and I don't know where they are. I don't even remember what I got because I was just out there buying stuff. So let me turn off these lights real fast and let me look and see if any of them are down here. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I think most of them you did see because like that, like I got that Stubbs the Zombie remaster on PS4, and it was with those games. I bought some games with that, but honestly, I haven't been buying a lot of games lately because I've been buying presents for my family for the holidays and stuff. So I've been really scaling back my gaming purchase. I've been waiting to go to the swap meet next week, so I'll definitely have some pickups for that. So we're gonna do. I'll probably release a video, a vlog where we just, because it's just going to be a one-day thing. So I'm going to take a ton of pictures and shoot a bunch of footage from that. And we'll talk about it, make a video about it, what my experiences are. Because like I said, I've never gone to any kind of convention or anything like that. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be an event where a bunch of other YouTubers are at. So I won't get to meet anybody, I don't think. But yeah, like I said, it'll still be dope though. And I can, get that my practice in doing that. And like I said, it's a nice short one-day thing. I don't have to worry about a hotel. Like I said, I'm close enough. I can drive there and back in the same day. And yeah, I'll just keep it moving like that. So I want to see the man cave. Yeah, like I said, I was telling them earlier, it's coming. That's part of the reason why I haven't been creating a lot lately. My area has been so junky. Have you guys ever been in that situation? Like you and my mama used to try to tell me back in the day. She's like, oh, y'all can't focus and do that homework because you got your drawers on the floor, blah, 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 blah. She's really trying to tell us, as she so eloquently put, that your room is dirty. You need to clean up your room because you need a clean space to be productive in. And so, yeah, but that's what happened here. I started the new YouTube channel and I cleared out that room so I could make a YouTube studio in there. But a lot of that stuff ended up in here and kind of got tossed about. And so now the opposite has happened. Now I pretty much cleaned this room up. It's like 85, 90% done, and now it's a mess in there. So I gotta go back and clean both rooms once and for all. But like I said, it was crazy because the more I cleaned the room up, the more I got the urge to film something. So I was like, oh yeah, that's what it was. So yeah, man, what they say is true. Like clutter kills creativity. It absolutely does. So so you got some really dope pickups yourself. Oh yeah, for real, what you get? Me and Radical Reggie making a killing off these obscure, not so known titles. Ha ha ha. Absolutely. Like they out there, and like I said, estates. There's been a lot of estate sales, but I haven't been able to move around. Like I said, I've been not trying to spend any money because for one, I've been spending on the holiday presents, and two, I've been trying to save money for the swap meet that I'm going to next Friday. So, like I said, if it turns out to be a bust, then I'm gonna drive to Lawrence, Kansas on my way back. That's actually the town where my girlfriend's from. She put me on the Lawrence. There's two retro video game stores in there. Always have fantastic selection. If I go in there, man, if I got some money in there, it'd be scary because I buy a bunch of crap and always come back. Like I got a lot of my PlayStation Vita stuff. I got a lot of my Dreamcast stuff from there. I got a lot of my PSP stuff from there. So yeah, like some of these systems, like PSP is starting to dry up. If you haven't noticed, you look in your retro gaming stores, there's no PSP or like small sections. So I've been trying to get everything that I don't own just simply to, I don't want to say to pad my collection, but if it looks halfway interesting, like I might want to play it, I go ahead and grab it. Because this might be the last time I see it for cheap. So like I said, my PSP collection is sitting at about 50 titles. My Vita collection is sitting at about 30, 35. Like I said, it's not as big as I wanted it to be, but I know compared to a lot of people who want to play Vita, a lot of people that I know who have Vita games have like 6 or 7, something like that, because they really got there after it dried up. Like I said, I was lucky enough. I got myself a PlayStation TV and got all that stuff. And man, I was like, did you guys see that Metal Jesus Rocks video where they covered the PlayStation TV? How it was a missed opportunity. Saw my boy Denver Gamer on there. So I'm like, man, I like that. Metal Jesus has recently been reaching out to gamers in our community, actually. And so that lets you know. So if you're in our community, man, you ever get discouraged, like, nobody's been, people are watching us, man. Like for sure. They might not always be subscribing and liking, but they're lurking out there. I guarantee you. As like I said, Metal Jesus, like he's been talking with Mr. Rightway and gaming off the grid, and like I said, Denver Gamer is the latest from our community that I've seen like on his channel. So I'm trying to be next. Damn it, I wish I'd known he was doing that. It's like, Jason, I got a PlayStation TV. I have some Vita games to talk about because the games that I talked about, no one talked about it. The games that I would have picked, no one talked about it. So I think I'm going to just make my own video on the PlayStation TV. And then, maybe I'll just tag them in it somewhere or something like, check it out, man. Because I was inspired when I seen that video. I'm like, dang, like the PlayStation TV, that's a good thing to cover. And it's something that not everybody has, right? Because they are kind of hard to find right now. So I'm like, damn, why didn't I think of that? Why wasn't I talking about the Vita TV? Because like I said, no one that I know has it. So, absolutely. So let's see. Want to check out the premium edition because it's packed with a lot of nice goodies. Premium edition is actually worthwhile. Of what? What did I miss? Tales of Iron, Can I Bridge Spirits, G-Ran Blue, Fantasy Versus Premium Edition, just more. Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about now. Yeah, that's what's up. Garrett Spencer's in the house. Garrett, what's going on? What's up? So you right about that. People looking and watching. Yeah, like I said, I have people looking at me. I know that they're not hitting that subscribe button. Maybe I still suck. I get it. Like, and that man, small issue. We got to be honest, man. Like, I got to be honest. Like, I know the things I talk about. I feel like I do produce some dope content every now and then, but is my, and especially like a few years back, I had to ask myself, like, okay, like nobody's watching my videos, but are my videos really of the caliber of the people that I like to watch? And so I have to, you have to have some tough conversations with myself about that. And it's just like, yeah, like I'm making videos, but I'm not getting any better. The videos I'm making now look exactly like the videos I made a year ago. Like I'm not progressing like I want to progress and stuff like that. So part of it was I had to invest in better gear and I finally did that. And then the second part was I just had to invest in knowledge and really practice and learn some new tricks. And so for me, the biggest thing, and you've been noticing my speech is terrible. I stutter all the time. Mostly because what I'm saying, this is a live stream, so everything is off the cuff. But even when I'm on my videos, when I'm making reviews and things like that, I just have an idea of what I want to talk about, but I don't write anything out because I don't want to sound. I want it to sound robotic, but I don't want it to sound unprofessional either, where I'm slurring all over my words and stuff like that. So I've been trying to find a happy medium. I've been reading some books on public speaking and things like that, just to tighten up my speech and to get things clear and concise. So so I don't run on. It's funny when I edit, I find myself running on a bunch, and so my videos are way longer. It's crazy how much you cut out in the edit, because like I do a lot. I was like, man, they don't need to hear about that. Why am I talking about this when I'm supposed to be talking about that? So things like that. So like I said, I have to be honest with myself, and the content I was making really wasn't up to scratch. So really had to start kicking it into higher gear. And now I feel like I am at a point where, for the most part, most of my videos, if I saw it, if I wasn't me and I saw it, I would probably watch it. So I'm getting to that point, and so it's a good feeling. But yeah, it wasn't easy. It took some money, and it definitely took some time. But yeah, we trying to get better out there. It's funny because I started this channel. Like I said, you guys know the story. I started this channel because of that Metal Jesus video on the PlayStation 3, and he started talking. Him and Kelsey Lewin was talking trash on the PlayStation Move. I'm like, I love the PlayStation Move. It's fantastic. So in my naivete, I was like, I'm just going to make a video, talk about the PlayStation Move, and then he's going to see it. And he's going to be like, yeah, man, actually that move is pretty good. Good job, Antoine. Like, subscribe to this channel or whatever. Like, I just thought like I was just going to make a video and he was going to see it. And you know what I mean? But YouTube definitely does not work like that. Like I said, I got to looking at his videos like, wow, my videos look really bad compared to his, what he was doing at the time. But now I feel like I'm at a point where production wise that we're, pretty much in the same ballpark. So I feel like I can have him look at a video now and he'd actually, watch it, which actually Metal Jesus has commented on my videos before, just out of the blue. So that's cool. Like I said, and I don't know if he subscribed to me or not, but he was definitely watching, and he let me know at that point that he's watching. So like I said, the big dogs, man, they are watching this, man. Don't think that they're not just because you're a small channel. If your content is on point, like you make searchable content, because I guarantee you, everybody that was in that video about the PlayStation TV, I guarantee you they researched and looked at other people, what other people's thoughts were on it, to get different perspectives. At least they should have, if they're wise. So, if you're a smaller channel making that content like that, people are seeing it. So don't sit there and think like no one's watching, because it's not true. It might be true at first, but that's because your content probably sucks a little bit. And it's fine. We all suck at first, man. You just got to get over that initial hump. And really just start making videos, because the more you make videos, the better you get at making videos. And so, like I said, even now that it's been so long since I've made content, I was shooting some videos the other day, and I'm like, wow, like I'm really slipping. Like I couldn't find the right words. I couldn't get my camera angles right. I couldn't get my lighting right. Even this camera angle, I'm not happy with. I'm like, wait, how did I do it? How did I used to do it? And it's crazy. Like you don't use it, you lose it. And I feel myself sliding already. So I got to get back on the saddle and get with that content. It really has me enjoying doing what I'm doing on here. Absolutely, man. Thanks, says Bozo. No, man, thank you. Or just cause they don't pop up in your streams doesn't leave comments under your contents, don't think they're, yeah, for sure. Like I said, I can't remember how many times I watched the video and I'm like, oh, that's a good video. And I don't know, like I'll watch it from start to finish, but for some reason I just space out on hitting the like button or leaving a comment or other case. Like I just watched the video and I was like, oh, that's a good video. And I'll go on about my day. And sometimes I just do that and I'll space, and then some time later, since I watched that video all the way through, YouTube will suggest another video, and I was like, oh wait, I watched a video from this guy before. It was the da-da-da-da. And I might do it again. I might watch the whole video. I'm like, oh yeah, that was good shit. And then I just go on about my day, and then I'll see it again. And then I'm like, man, I keep watching his videos, and I'm gonna just go ahead and subscribe. And then I hit the subscribe. So it happens like that a lot too. And that's why if you look at your analytics for most of us, you'll see that about 60% of the people who watch your videos aren't even subscribed to you on any given video. Anywhere between like 60 to 75% of the people that watch your videos, they aren't even subscribed to you, but I guarantee you they watching your videos. And sometimes people just space on it. That's why I always, remind people to, subscribe or whatever. And so I know some people don't like that. They think it's tacky, if I put something up and I just, subtly remind people, don't forget to subscribe. I do that because people really do space. I do it. I know when I'm watching channels, like I'll just straight up not subscribe. Like, and I'll enjoy the video, like, oh, that was good stuff. And then I'll just go eat dinner or something and just forget all about it. And so, yeah, I don't know. But like I said, people space on it. It's fine. So yeah, it's cool to, man, just let them know, man. Just let them know. So like I said, if you're watching, you see that at the bottom. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. But join the Lightsaber Legion out here. But like I said, guys, if there's nothing else, man, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I said I definitely wanted to go through the contents of that dad box. It was fantastic. And now I get to put all of this stuff back after I take what I want and put some stuff back in. So yeah. Anything else before we get up out of here? Can't believe how many comments under my streams I've been getting on under my contents. Yeah, because people, they out there, especially now, like I said, it's not quite as good as it was summer 2020, because everybody was stuck at home. So everybody was watching YouTube. And if you were grinding in the summer, like I said, last summer I was grinding. In summer 2020, I was getting it in. And like I said, in 2020, I got 700 subscribers, like 750 in 8 months, 9 months, which, at the time was huge for me because I started out 2020 with like 220 subscribers, something like that, something super low like that. But by my birthday, which is September 10th, so September 10th, so from January 2020 to September 10th, 2020, I went from like 250 to breaking 1,000. I broke 1,000 subs. I hit 1,000 on my birthday, which was super dope. Somebody I knew on Facebook, I was like, oh yeah, I'm not subscribed to you, let me be your 1,000 subs. He came in clutch. I'm like, thanks, man, today's my birthday, so that was a great birthday present. Hey, glad I didn't miss it. Man, you almost did, Andre. You almost did. I'm about to get out of here in a little bit. We opened the dad box. So hashtag that. Like I said, in the description to this live stream, you'll see a link to Waves and Games channel. So shout out to Waves and Games again for hooking me up with the dad box. He was the latest content creator to receive it. And now that creator is me. But now I have to find another YouTuber to send it to, and I get to pay shipping. So Waves and Games was smart by sending it to me because he knew he was going to be in town. So it's like, man, I'm going to just physically give it to him. Then I got to pay shipping. So yeah, BFG, maybe I'll drive to where you at. So I'll have to pay shipping. But yeah, like I said, he was in town for the holidays anyway. So he just figured, hit me up. So that was what was up. But yeah, so like I said, I got to find somebody. I've got some ideas of some content creators in mind. I'm going to be contacting them within the next 24 hours or so. And we'll see if we can get this thing popping. And I will send it to you. Like I said, what do y'all think? Should I just go ahead and try to send it now, or should I wait? Because like I said, I don't want to send any packages in the month of December simply because I don't want to send it to that person and then it gets stolen. Like I don't want that to happen. I don't want it to get porch pirated, but I'll talk with that person. Maybe there's something, maybe if they got a PO box or something, I can just send it there and we can, securely send it to them. But yeah, so we'll do that. We'll do that. And like I said, I'll just ask them when the time comes. If so, then I'll send it. If not, or if the people that I have in mind don't want it for whatever reason, then I'll just wait. And like I said, hopefully we won't be too long before we see another dad box video. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's see. Send it by priority. Yeah, for sure. I guess I'm gonna get back to these Soul Train episodes now. All right, man. I appreciate you stopping by. As always, like I said, you a writer. You're always in the stream, so I appreciate that, boy. And like I said, I feel like I know you personally now, and I feel like that about a lot of you guys. So thanks to you guys for always making time out to pop in my streams. Like I said, I'll be back next Sunday with another stream. like I said, probably next Sunday I'll probably show my pickups uh from the swap meet. So like I said, I'll shoot the swap meet on Saturday, and I probably won't get the swap meet video out until probably Tuesday-ish, somewhere like early the following week. But the day after, I'll show you guys all the pickups. So next week, we'll plan on that. I'll try to go live at 5 because that sounds cool. So yeah, live at 5 next Sunday Central Time. We will look at the pickups that I grabbed from that swap meet. So yeah, helicopter FedEx worker, alley my package to my porch. Hell no. Like, yeah, man, they some of them don't care. And I'm not gonna say that about everybody because I know, like, shout out to delivery. Like, if you working in freight or anything like that this holiday season, shout out to you, man. You the goats out here. But some of y'all be on some BS and be throwing my packages around all over the place. Like, this light actually is VGO or this GVM light. I actually had to get it twice because the first time I got it, they sent me the wrong one. They sent me the 80 watt instead of the 100 watt. And when I got the 80 watt, it was all busted up. Like the lantern was ripped, and then it had another piece that was all bent up. Like, it came to me in terrible condition. So I'm like, heck no. So I had to send that back, and like I said, it went smoothly, refunded and all that. It was cool, but I didn't enjoy that experience. Got my VIP ticket for the swap. Hey, Andre, can you do me a favor? Can you send me the information for that? Because I want a VIP ticket too. I want to see if I can still buy one tonight. So can you hit my phone up or hit my Facebook up and just message me that info? Because I had it and then I lost it. I don't know where it went. So, but yeah, I want to get the VIP tickets and do it big too. So like I said, I'm trying to get some games. So I think VIP, you get first dibs on going in there and all of that stuff. I'm definitely trying to, what are you running for? Y'all stop. Sorry, my cats came down the stairs. Crazy. Y'all chill out. But anyway, yeah, I definitely want to get, that VIP. So like I said, I want to get some good stuff. So I have some good stuff to show you guys next Sunday. So yeah, definitely hit me up, man, if you can with that, with a link or something to where I can, I'll text you. Appreciate that. Hit me up and I'll do that tonight so I can get that VIP as well. And yeah, we'll definitely have to link up while we out there. So I hope you don't mind being on camera because you might be on camera. You're going to be in the video. Yeah, an hour early. Oh yeah, heck yeah. So we get in there a whole hour early. So yeah, I definitely got to make sure I leave the house at like 5:36. It sucks though because I'm gonna be driving east, so I'm gonna be driving right into the sunrise. So that sucks. But like I said, it'll be worth it. It'll be dope though. I'm gonna slide out there, and yeah, I would love to get in there an hour early because that'd be great for filming. I can like get first dibs and do a lot of filming an hour before everybody is there, and then at that point, then I can just focus on buying stuff. Or I can do it vice versa. I can just buy everything I want that first hour, and then when everybody comes, I can just focus on filming and not have to worry about it. So like I said, it's going to be nice to get first dibs, but I think it's also going to be nice to be there late in the game too, because I'm sure people that are coming up to the event are going to be bringing games as well that they can swap. You know what I'm saying? It's a swap meet, so that'll be cool to check it at the end too, to see what everybody's traded. And, so places, vendors you were at before might have all new stuff by the end of the meet. And so that's cool. So like I said, I'm super excited. But yeah, man, I need that info so I can buy that ticket because I'm a huge procrastinator. I should have did that like a month ago when I heard about it. But yeah, man, I'm excited. It's going to be my first con and nobody's going to know who I am, but that's okay. That'd be cool though if I went and somebody's like, hey, Lightsaber Samurai, like, but not yet. I got to make some more videos for that, get some more subscribers. So, by the way, speaking of more subscribers, if you aren't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. You can see it on the little banner right down there for multiple, like just weekly injections of retro gaming content uploaded straight into your YouTube feed. Okay. Constant. So, yeah, man, but that's it, man. I that's all I got for y'all. It's 7:30. I'm sure it's dark outside. I need to get some food. I haven't eaten since me and my girl, like I said, me and my girl been out all day. We ate around 11, but that was 11. So we getting hungry about this. It was almost 8 hours ago. So I need some more, just a little something to snack on out here. See, I'm gonna bring a few good value games. Got another folklore not long ago. Ooh. Yeah, that'd be nice to take up there. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna get. Like I said, I got some stuff. I don't know. I want to bring something up there though, so it's not. I don't know. Maybe I'll bring my Turbo Graphics up there. I don't know. But see, I also kind of want to be on the lookout for Turbo Graphics games too. So I don't know about that. But like I said, if I got a Turbo Graphics Mini, I would get rid of all my Turbo Graphics stuff because again, I never played the Turbo Graphics growing up, so I'm not attached to it like I am the PlayStation, for instance. So like I said, the PlayStation, that one, the digital PlayStation Mini, I passed on that also because all the bad things I heard about it. But for the most part, I passed on that because all the games that I really want to play on PlayStation I already got. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, people might think I'm crazy for that, but I would trade my actual Turbo Graphics for a Turbo Graphics Mini so I can play it HDMI and play it on my TV and stuff. Like I said, I'm not much of a purist like that, and I didn't grow up with the game. There are some fantastic Turbo Graphics 16 games, many of which are already on that Mini. I checked, but most Turbo Graphics games I already own. Like Ninja Spirits, that's one of my favorite games on the Turbo Graphics. It's expensive as hell too, but I managed to get a copy of that. I got my Bonk's Adventures, I got those. So like I said, I got my Turbo Graphics, rig is probably like between the console and the box and the games. It's probably worth about $500 worth of stuff. So I might take it up there. I don't know. So I can hear your stomach growling. Yeah, man. For sure. Yeah, I'm hungry now. Said, I'm going to bring a few. Let's see. Got to think about how you will autograph. Yeah, luckily, like I said, ain't nobody going to know me. So I don't have to worry about that this time around. Also, what have I been on? Whatnot? Oh, I was going to tell you guys. So VR games, like I said, that's probably going to be the next video that comes out. Like I said, I was pissed that I'm making a VR games for PlayStation VR, and then GameSack just released theirs last night. So I watched through it, but luckily there was a couple of games that we both talked about, so I'm probably going to admit those from my video and find some other ones. But I'll tell y'all, if y'all in the PlayStation VR, like I said, Joe Casey put me onto those Walking Dead games. I got Saints and Sinners. I don't have the other one yet, but Saints and Sinners was really good. I really like the combat in that. That one is fantastic. And also Sniper Elite. The Sniper Elite games have been around, I think, since the 6th generation, but I played Sniper Elite like on the 360, and there's one I played on the PS3 too. And they got like Sniper Elite on the PS4. And when it came out, I'm like, man, like that was one of the games I'm like, this will be fantastic in VR because like you looking down the scope and all that, like this would be dope in VR, but it never came out. I'm like, man, none of these games got VR support. And so I was bummed by that. Even the PlayStation 3 ones, I'm like, man, none of these have move support, but there's a Sniper Elite VR that was released only digitally so far as I know. It didn't get a physical release, but it's on sale on the PlayStation Store right now. And so I think I got it for like $10 or something like that. It was cheap. So I just went ahead and got it. And yeah, it's a fantastic game. It's like Silent Scope, if you remember playing Silent Scope in the arcade where they have the gun peripheral and you look into it actually, like fantastic. So Sniper Elite, definitely got to talk about that one. We're going to talk about some more VR stuff, coming up in the very near future. I should get that video out. I'm not going to do any editing tonight. I'm going to eat and chill with my girl right now because she's off tonight and she had the day off. So I'm gonna eat and then go back and chill with her. And then tomorrow's Monday, so I'll probably start editing that video tomorrow when I get home from school. And so it'll probably be out Tuesday, Wednesday, but we'll get it out soon. And yeah, because we got some VR stuff to talk about. But like I said, if there are no more questions, comments, concerns, threats, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Let's see. Been getting some great games for cheap and whatnot. Retro Rick, Phoenix Resale, and Mr. Rightway, etc. Yeah, man, it is the era of the resale channels. And like I said, I know there's some strong opinions on that. Some people like it. Some people absolutely hate it. The resellers and think that they're messing. Like I said, I don't know. I'm of two minds of it. You know what I mean? I know like a lot of the stuff that they do in their channels, a lot of people are mimicking. And so I have noticed games like are kind of harder to find. At least choice titles are harder to find around here for the most part. But like I said, also for the most part, like I feel like I'm still getting it in. I'm still winning out here. And like I said, I mean, I was going hard like the last 18 months. So like I said, most of the stuff I'm looking for I already got. So which is interesting because I feel like I got some games on my list. Like my total collection is right at about 1,000. I think last time I looked at, I'm at like 975, 980. So I'm almost right at 1,000. And I pretty much got, for the most part, most of the things I want. I definitely want to beef up my PlayStation 4 collection. So what I'm really on the hunt for right now is PSP because it's drying up. PSP, PS Vita, PS4. That's mainly what I'm looking for. Of course, I'm always on the hunt for some Dreamcast. If you got some delicious Dreamcast games for me, I will take those as well. But for the most part, I got pretty much what I'm looking for the most part. So, like I said, they don't affect me that much. I know some people are really pissed about all these resale channels. And, like I said, I get where some of the criticism is coming from. I get it, but I don't know. Like, I just don't let people affect me that much. Like what they got going on don't really got much to do with me. Like I just don't be in my feelings like that. But like I said, I get it. Some of it's kind of messed up, especially with them snagging all the cheap games at places like Goodwill and stuff, where people who really can't afford stuff really should be shopping. Like I said, if you can afford games at Walmart, you really shouldn't have your ass at Goodwill buying it. But I don't know. Like I said, I can see it going both ways though, because I've gotten good stuff from Goodwill before. But usually, I don't usually go to Goodwill looking for games. I usually go there looking for furniture, like shelving. When I was getting shelving units for my game room, I went in there one time. Hold on, real fast. Okay, so here's a couple of things. Sorry that took so long, but like I said, I was in Goodwill looking for shelves and stuff for my game room. And at Goodwill, like I said, I found games like this, Legend of Zelda, which is my favorite game. I didn't have it in my collection anymore, and this is my favorite Game Boy game of all time. And like I said, there's a $3.99 sticker on that. I found this freaking Mario Galaxy 2 for $3.99. Oh, wait, there's one more. Hold on. On the GameCube, Eternal Darkness for $3.99. And then, damn, I just dropped it. Hold on. And then also, Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes for $3.99. And like I said, they were super clean condition, all complete. And I'm just like I was like, dang, that is kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying? But am I sad I bought them? Heck no. Heck no. I'm super happy that I got these at that price because, oh wow, is this still sealed? No, it's not. It's just got some tape over it. But let me peek in there. Oh yes, and I can see the manual. So yep, I see the disc too. So yeah, but I'm just like I wouldn't have bought those games otherwise because I'm not paying $100 for Metal Gear, even though I can afford it. But I don't know. It's a tough one. It's tough. But yeah, so I don't know. But also to counter that argument, I know a lot of poor families and stuff, but are they really looking for GameCube games and stuff like that? No, they're not. Most of them are, wanting newer stuff anyway. And that's just the truth of it. So most of those people ain't looking for that anyway. That's why it's in there in the store still. So, most of the people they'll see like a Turbo Graphics, I remember GameSack, one of them found a Turbo Duo and a freaking Goodwill. And it's like, people ain't looking for that. It's only people who know really looking for it anyway. So that would have sat there until somebody else who's in the know picked it up. So I mean, it's a tough one, but you could also argue if you see like Mario, you're gonna get it just because it's Mario or whatever. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't regret getting those games at all. Some fantastic titles at that price. But yeah, like I said, I can see both sides of it. It doesn't really. I have very little opinion on it either way, to be honest. So let's see. Have all been on there so far. I think if Dr. Josh was still around, he'd like most of the games I've bought on my PS2 for sure, for sure. Because you got a bunch on his recommendation, right? I still need to get that racing game he used to play all the time. It's that Downhill Jam or whatever. You know which one I'm talking about? And he used to play that all the time. And I was like, wow, that looks crazy. Like there's a bunch of crazy stuff going on. It's very arcadey. And I never got it. And now I can't remember. I think it was called Downhill Jam something, but I need to find it. Joe Casey says, I got to get that Sniper Elite VR. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure, for sure. Depending on what my girl's doing, I might play it a little bit tonight. But like I said, I'll definitely capture some gameplay footage so you can check it out. But especially when you play it with the aim controller, bro, like it's like you really out there. The aim controller, you got the headset on, and like you are really out there and you running around like and I like it because in some scenes I haven't gotten this far yet, but you don't just use a sniper rifle. I mean, you could get it in, with the submachine gun and stuff too. So yeah, it's from what I played, and I just played a little bit, but it's a phenomenal game. So I'm excited to play more of that. And so I can capture some more footage from it. But yeah, like I said, those Walking Dead games you put me onto, because I never got Arizona Sunrise because it was so expensive. I'm still gonna get it though, because I think people have forgotten about it now. I think this is going down in price a little bit. Actually, what is Arizona Sunrise going for? Because I still want to grab it, but I'm like, if I never get Arizona Sunrise, I'm cool, because those Walking Dead games were really good. I mean, I was surprised from what I played so far. I'm like, oh yeah, I felt immersed. It felt like it was running well, and like it looked good. Like the combat felt really good. I'm like, oh man, like yeah, they really did that. So I'm like, okay, like so if I never get Arizona Sunrise, cool. It seemed like it was kind of more actiony though, kind of more balls to the walls, and you got like the different guns and stuff like that, and it's like really just blowing fools away. So it seemed a lot more action oriented than what I played from the Walking Dead one so far, whereas it's more in the area of survival horror. But that's okay. Like I said, both games are fine. Like I said, if I never get Arizona Sunrise, I'll be okay. Res Infinite, it was actually for free download this summer, so I downloaded that for free. But I would like to get a physical copy of that. But that game is still north of $60 as well, so I don't know if I'll ever get that. But if I don't ever get it, like at least I have it digitally. So there's that. But like I said, that one I would really like to have. Uh, Sunshine, I think that one I would absolutely have like to have physical as well, because Res is one of my favorite games. Oh shit! I mean, yeah. Sorry for my language. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it's down to $20 now. People were trying to sell that crap for. Oh wait, but like I said, I'm gonna be killed in shipping though. That one's free shipping, $21.99. Fuck, I'm gonna have to go get. I have to get that. I have to get that. So wait, real fast, Joe Casey, is Arizona Sunshine? Is that one worth it for $20? Because I see it here, $21.99 actually is what it's going for. I don't know, where is this person located. But see, like I said, and this is what I'll be talking about, because sometimes like the inflation be fake, man. It's artificially inflated. Because Joe Casey, you remember how much that game was going for? Let me share this real fast, because I'm on eBay right now looking at this game that I wouldn't a year ago, I wouldn't be able to afford. Look at that, $21.99. And like I said, it was expensive because it wasn't released in America physically. You can get the PAL version though, and it's all, in English and all of that for you, and it's, is dope. But like I said, this game was like edging towards $100 like a year ago, but I think people don't forgot about it now. And like I said, it's been offered digitally for very cheap, like several times. And I just never downloaded it. But like I said, now you can get it region free with free shipping. So Yes, it's worth it. I'm about to buy one. I only have it digitally. Okay, bet. Let me go ahead and cop it then. All right, let me stop sharing so you don't see my info. Don't want to dox myself out here. Oh shoot, I gotta do all the signing. Let me just do it on my phone real quick. But like I said, now I gotta go look at Res and see what Res is going for. Because if Res is cheap, like I said, I got it digitally, but I'm gonna just go ahead and cop that. Why can't eBay be reached? What you been doing? What am I doing? What's going on? So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get that real fast. But also, I like that you can move around freely. Like, I don't like VR. Oh, I forgot. I'm not hooked to the internet because I was hooked to my light. So that's why it's not working. Yeah, let me scoop that up. Where's this guy located at? It's probably hella far away. Oh no, I said it should arrive next week. Okay, so we about to go on and do that then real quick. Confirm and pay. Just like that. Got him. Okay, sorry guys. I was excited for that. Real fast, let me look and see how much Res is going for then. Since we in here getting these. But yeah, like I said, guys, I suggest you guys buy that then. If you have PlayStation VR, like definitely get that. It was a game that looked really cool and it wasn't released in our region, so you know, yeah, I keep this on Res Infinite. Res Infinite has come down. It's still a little expensive though. Yeah, people are still trying to sell it for $100, but look at that. You can get it for about 60 in several places. So I'm gonna see. I might bite the bullet at 60. Like I said, if it's still 60 after the holidays, I'm gonna cop it because I don't want to be spending. Like I said, I can't keep buying myself things. I have to buy things for my family too. So yeah, heck yeah. Still looking for Crime Life Gang Wars on PS2, but it's hard to find. Oh, my brother has that game. He liked that game. I thought it was okay, but my brother swore by that game. Yeah, he has it. See if he's trying to sell it. uh, yeah, I don't even know what that's going for. I didn't think that game was like that. Like I didn't think it was expensive like that. But it might be that thing where because I remember it was on Xbox too, right? It was. So the Xbox version you can get for under $20. I'm like, oh yeah, PS2 version is rare. Gotcha. But like I said, guys, this is one of those things, man. Like if you're not like married to the idea of buying it on the PS2, man, like I said, you can get the Xbox version for highest one I see is like $40. So I mean, like I said, a lot of those titles I don't even fool with it on PS2 because people inflate the heck out of it. Like Def Jam. Hey, speaking of which, Def Jam Vendetta. For those of you who are looking for that game is affordable again. I told you in that video where I was talking about how you can predict high prices on rare games. I told you that one was under artificial inflation. I'm pretty sure I said that in the video, but like I said, it had shot up to like the $80 mark, and now it's back down to like 25. So, like I said, if you haven't gotten Def Jam Vendetta, now is the time to get it if you want it, because that game has come back down in price. Yeah, that was just the artificial inflation because you got to remember that stuff happened with the PlayStation Store. That happened right around the time DMX died because DMX passed away too. And so Def Jam Vendetta is the only game where you can play as DMX in it. And so I think that's why a lot of people are doing it. A lot of people are also buying that one because Fight for New York is so pricey now and they play very similarly, gameplay wise. So but yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I done said that like for the fourth time, but I'm really hungry now, and it's almost 8 o'clock, so I want to chill out for a little bit and silence before I have to get back to school tomorrow. So, but like I said, if you guys like this content, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. You'll be glad you did. I do believe that's all I got for you. I'm out. And peace. Until the next time. Like I said, we'll get into some VR stuff later this week. And I think I'm going to make that video on the PlayStation TV too, because I got my own perspective on that and some of my own games that I want to showcase that nobody showcased in that Metal Jesus Rocks video. So if you're interested in that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because like I said, I'm going to try to come hard. Phrasing. Sorry, I'm going to try to, never mind. Anyway, I'm going to try to be consistent again like I was. It was hard doing, but and also I didn't want to just put out a bunch of like whack videos where you could tell I'm just putting shit out just to put it out. I didn't want to do that either, so I wanted to make sure my stuff stayed quality. So like I said, a lot of exciting stuff coming in the next few weeks. I'm gonna try to finish 2021 strong. And because I've been screwing around, I didn't get to that 2,000. I should have got to 2,000 subscribers this year. I should have did that easy. A lot of my peers that were on the same trajectory as me, a lot of them are past 3,000 now. And, some of them are past 5 and some even 10. So like I said, I really should have popped this year and I didn't. And that was my own fault. But like I said, I told Chris Pico night before last, I sent him some content and intro for a show. I told him, man, I'm getting back in the saddle and that's what I'm doing. And so definitely stay tuned. I love you guys. And we will see you later. And now I don't even remember how to end the broadcast. Oh, big red button that says end broadcast. There we go. All right, guys. Peace out. We'll see you next time.